So a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ponds Forge for the evening session on day one of the British Swimming Summer Championships 2018. We've got a great night in store for you, and I'm sure those of you that were here earlier on today
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ponds Forge and the British Swimming Summer Championships 2018.
A light is ready to shine throughout Glasgow and Scotland once again. Hopes and dreams sealed and shattered in a single breath. Be there when new European champions are crowned.
Our thanks go to sponsors and partners without whom this event would not be possible. Funding partner, UK Sport. Official partner, TIER. Official timekeeper, Swiss Timing. Official suppliers, Lumi. SOS Group. Endorsed product, Sports Systems. Host city, marketing Sheffield and Sheffield International venues.
Yeah, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you can get in touch with us over the course of the night as well. Hashtag SummerChamps18. But now we can throw down to poolside, and our man with the mic is Stephen Jameson. Good evening, Stephen.
And a very good evening to our lovely Ponds Forge audience. Hello, are we well? Hey, that's a nice little warm-up, isn't it? We hope you're a little bit louder for our swimmers once they emerge very, very shortly. Lots of exciting swimming to come. My main job tonight is to speak to those who give us some incredible performances. We will get up-to-date live race reactions as soon as they get out of the pool. It's going to be an incredible night, and we can't wait to get it started.
So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, to kick off the evening session, can you please welcome to poolside the referees and their team of technical officials. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your referees, Tom Baster and Bill Brash. Your starters for this evening's session are Kevin Patterson and Victor Guerra. And your technical director, David Metcalf.
Ladies and gentlemen, tributes are now being paid to Swim England's National Talent Officer, Fred Furness, who has sadly died at the age of 64. Fred passed away peacefully on the 9th of July. He was a dearly loved partner to Helen, dad to Paul, Mark and Tom, devoted brother to Kath, Von and twin Bill, as well as a loving granddad, uncle and nephew. Fred began his illustrious 25-year career in swimming at Rotherham before moving to Kirklees in the late 70s. Fred moved eastward in the mid-80s for the first of his two stints in Norwich, before returning again in 2002 to help Norwich Penguins and the University of East Anglia become one of the most successful performance-focused environments in the country, and this saw Fred cement his reputation as one of the leading coaches in the country. This was evident during arguably his most successful period in coaching in Sheffield during the 90s. Fred built the foundations for the current juggernaut that is City of Sheffield Swimming. He was instrumental in setting in place a production line of international swimmers coming out of Sheffield during that time. Alan Rapley, Karen Meller, Janko Gojkovic were just some of the successors, all Olympians, all coached by Fred. In 2006, under the guidance of Bill Sweeten and working with colleagues Fred Kirby, Mick Hepwood and Martin Woodruff, Fred moved off the pool deck to begin his first stint in mentorship. Changes in the system allowed Fred to return to his first love of coaching in 2009 at Lincoln Vulcan Swimming Club. Within 3 years, Fred once again had swimmers on international junior and senior teams, and the Vulcans were thriving at National League finals. Following this success and acknowledging his ability to support the wider swimming family, Fred returned to the talent team at Swim England, then the ASA, in 2013. He became the go-to person for technical knowledge and support for coaches and clubs, specifically across the Northwest, Northeast and West Midlands regions. Fred could always be relied upon and would never turn down a request for help from a coach. He spoke to many audiences across all four corners of the country, regardless of time or day. One of his most recent successes was leading the 2017 England Commonwealth Youth Games team in the Bahamas. The team came home with medals galore and were full of pride. Such were Fred's achievements that he featured in British Swimming Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Everyone here at British Swimming and at Swim England passes on their thoughts and condolences to Fred's family at this difficult time. And we ask you to please join us as we show our appreciation for the life of Fred Furness. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And officials, you may now be seated as well. Thank you. Just a quick reminder as well, ladies and gentlemen, flash photography is not permitted at the start or during the course of any of tonight's races. So please do adhere to that over the course of the evening. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our first event of the evening. This is the men's 13 to 14 years, 400 metres freestyle final. In lane 0, representing Shiverers, Elijah Kendrick. Lane 1, representing Wickham District, Samuel Tucker. In lane 2, representing Perth City, James McGregor. In lane 3, representing Hatfield, Michael Timashevsky. In lane 4, representing Devencio, Jacob Whittle. In lane 5, representing Ellesmere College Titans, George Smith. Lane 6, representing City of Liverpool, Tyree Smith. In lane 7, representing Tigers Jersey, Isaac Dodds. In lane 8, representing Killer Wales, Noah Jameson Neal. And finally in lane 9, representing Southbourne, Henry Moore.
So where we go with the first of tonight's finals, and first of this week's finals as well at the British Swimming Summer Championships 2018. 5 of these 10 finalists posting personal bests from this morning, which was quite a theme, particularly in the younger age categories. And of course it doesn't get any younger here than the 13 to 14 year age group.
So 5 doing personal best. 4 of these are just 13. It is a 13 to 14 year category. And figuring out all of the ages, actually, 4 of them, 13, and they're in 5, 4, 3, and 2 in terms of the lanes, so they're nice together at least. 13 years record and the 14 years record, both held by one Matthew Johnson. The 13 is at 4:06.07. The 14 years is 4:00.15. Can we expect something like that? It'll have to be very, very quick, and a big improvement for any of these athletes to get somewhere near that. Jacob Whittle went at 4:14.15 as a personal best earlier this season. He went 4:14.80 this morning, so he'd have to take one heck of a chunk off his own personal best to break one of those age records. But you just never know.
Absolutely not, and as quick as 3 right now from the heats this morning, keeping up pretty close to one another. In lane 5, that's George Smith of Ellesmere College Titans. Incidentally, turns 14 tomorrow, PB earlier today of 4:17 on the dot, but I was touching on Jacob Whittle, very good earlier on today, the venture swimmer, and he can go quicker as well. The way he's going, coming up towards the halfway point, he's beginning to get a clearer lead, the emphasis there, as it's still not a million miles in front of those two towards his left-hand side. They're not going to budge away anytime soon, and there may just be someone springing from the peloton up towards the front 3 as well. The likely swimmer to do that is Michael Klimaszewski in lane 3 of Hatfield, just on the periphery near the front 3 at the moment. There's a lot of pull to go. A lot of things can change between now and the finish.
There wasn't a great deal of gap at that last turn. 2:03.11 was 2:03.53 in second, but here we go at the next turn. Then taking a look at the times, 2:35.53 from Whittle in second position. Tyrese Smith, City of Liverpool going well, 2:35.77. There really isn't a lot in this. Third position, George Smith of Ellesmere College Titans, 2:36.61. So the top 3 are right alongside each other as they head back down towards the scoreboard end here at Ponds Forge. Our first final of the night. Hopefully those spectators that have joined us inside Ponds Forge have all brought their clapping hands, their cheering voices. All we want is your support for these youngsters as they go through their finals. A good turn here for Tyrese Smith. The one from Liverpool is now leading, 3:08.27. Second is Jacob Whittle of Dementio. Third is George Smith. Fourth is Klimaszewski of Hatfield. Here comes the race to the finish then.
And leading the way, as you say, Tyrese Smith, who 100 metres ago was a quarter of a second behind the lead, and now he's 3/4 in front of the former leader Jacob Whittle in lane 4 from the Venture Excel. It's becoming very close now in lane 5 between George Smith and also 3 as well, Michael Klimaszewski. Klimaszewski certainly has a bit of momentum on his side right now to try and push into at least 3rd position. There's going to be a straight shootout, it seems, between him and George Smith in 5 in order for that bronze medal. But as for the gold, it is right now between Tyrese Smith in lane 6 and Jacob Whittle in lane 4. The latter struggling to claw this one back as City of Liverpool's Tyrese Smith continues to pull away around half a lead he has in front with 10 metres to go. Is there any fight back from Jacob Whittle towards the last? It looks like Tyrese Smith is going to take it. He does as well. 4:09.85 the winning time, and it just shows you when you've got the competitive stake just how much you can beat the personal best by. 9 seconds there for Tyrese Smith, just as much of a victory as first spot.
Massive from Tyrese Smith. There's a lady just about opposite us doing a massive dance. She's recorded every second of that, and she's danced away through the finish. Well done to Tyrese Smith. He goes home in first, 4:09.85. Second was Whittle. Third was Klimaszewski of Hatfield. It was a real good battle, but Smith holding on towards the end. Somebody get that lady some water, quick. Blimey. I think we've got the happy mum, and we've only done one race. I think after that performance, he's going to do well to get grounded for the rest of the week, so you'd have to do something bad, mate. She is very happy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes to poolside for our next event, the men's 15 years, 400 metres freestyle final. Lane 0, representing Thanet Swim Club, Charlie Langford. Lane 1, representing Romford Town, Daniel Genkas. Lane 2, representing Sedgefield, Niall Coulter. In lane 3, representing Northampton, Jevon Penny. Lane 4, representing Northampton, Edward Mildred. Lane 5, representing Basildon, Lewis Pinning. In lane 6, representing Hillingdon, Ariane Lally. Lane 7, representing Cockermouth, Piers Greening. Lane 8, representing Portsmouth North Sea, Pietro Focconi. And in lane 9, representing Guildford, Daniel Donovan. This is the men's 15 years, 400 metres freestyle final. So it's great to be able to give these youngsters the atmosphere and the build-up. They get the same walkout that the seniors get. They get the same announcements. And hopefully they get the taste for swimming fast and making it to big events where the lights get brighter, the noise gets louder, and the crowds get even bigger. But this is just the start of their journeys in swimming. This is just the start of their journey in this 15 years.
Absolutely, still quite a way to go. Edward Mildred in lane 4. This morning 4:37.1, which is 7 seconds quicker at the nearest rival Willis Binning from Basildon Phoenix in lane 5 managed to muster. Edward Mildred certainly in the pool this morning very early on day 1 and setting the pool alight with that PB. Also a PB for Jevon Penny as well in lane 3. In fact, all the swimmers going from lanes 0 to 4, where Mildred had base getting PBs this morning. And quite a few scattered around on the far side as well. A very successful morning for these swimmers. You feel as though they're going to have to go even better. Maybe as significant as we had in the last one with Tyree Smith chopping off 9 seconds there to try and win this one, because it's going to be a really competitive battle, and already Edward Mildred is setting his stall out.
We always say to you, get in touch with us by using the hashtag, which is of course SummerChamps18. Thank you very much to Jamie McNeil, who says, can you give a shout out this evening to Team Bath's head coach Chris Alderton and the conditioning coach Mike Muckle, who are both doing a really good job for our club. Thank you very much to both of those. Keep those tweets coming whether you're at home. If you are at home, tell us where you're watching from. That's always a source of great amusement for us here up in the commentary position. Absolutely flying is Edward Mildred.
He is, yeah, and just touching on where you're watching around the world. I saw this morning tweeting they were watching from Perth in Australia. And, of course, we had a dog watching on the laptop as well, which I think was particularly amusing for us up here in the commentary position. And keep those tweets coming in on the hashtag SummerChamps18. Edward Mildred then stealing the limelight once again. Things looking pretty even behind him. We've got the 2 in lanes 7 and 8 just beginning to try and plot a venture forwards for at least a silver medal. Piers Greening in lane 7, Pietro Focconi of Portsmouth North Sea in lane 8. Likewise on the near side as well, particularly lane 1, Daniel Genkas just trying to get himself into that sort of position towards the front also. Lewis Binning in lane 5 from Basildon and Phoenix, trying to put on a late assault here. And Edward Mildred just ticking along at a fantastic rate, and it was the long distance events as well that saw him particularly catch the eye in front of the cameras in the Swim England winter meet here in December at Ponds Forge. He's going along by the same token in the relatively shorter distance to that in the 400 metre freestyle. Must be very pleased with the progress that he is making at the moment. He may even touch on 4 minutes with the way he's going right now, but you don't want to put too much pressure on him. I'm sure just taking first spot in this 15-year final will be enough. Let's touch in then on some of those that's slightly behind him. Still the battle for second being fought by the 2 yellow caps in 2 and 7, almost symmetrically with one another. Neil Coulthard in lane 2, and the birthday boy Piers Greening as well in lane 7, turning 15 today. It looks as if at the moment he's got a medal to go with those celebrations, but it's certainly going to have to be hard fought for, particularly due to the company he's got to his left-hand side. And in lane 8, Pietro Focconi of Portsmouth North Sea, who is still making sure he's rubbing shoulders indeed with the Cockermouth rival. But on to the final turn, and almost a procession now with 25 metres to go. Edward Mildred here with clear open water around him. That gap between him and everyone else just seems to be getting bigger and bigger. It is one hell of a buffer, and a break being made as well in lane 5 for second perhaps from Lewis Binning. who has got in his sights potentially Noel Coulthard. You can see how that one goes, but Edward Mildred has won this one, 4:03.62. A slither, but enough to get a new personal best as well for him. 2 in a day and a gold as well. Lewis Binning does indeed manage to pick Noel Coulthard into second spot. Coulthard joining them on the podium. Edward Mildred, though, spearheading that with, yet again, another formidable and dominant swim here in Sheffield.
Another good swim, another good performance here in our second race of the evening. Those tweets going into us, hashtag SummerChamps18. We'll take a look at those during our next event. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the men's 16 years 400 metres freestyle final. In lane 0, representing Newcastle swim team, Kieran Thomas. In lane 1, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Charlie Hutchison. In lane 2, representing City of Peterborough, Miles Robinson-Young. In lane 3, representing City of Birmingham, Alexander Hendel. Lane 4, representing City of Leicester, William Bell. Lane 5, representing Wickham District, Joshua Williams. Lane 6, representing City of Cardiff, Ewan Evans. Lane 7, representing City of Leicester, Thomas Beamer. Lane 8, representing Royal Wolverhampton School, Daniel Johnson. And in lane 9, representing City of Salford, Ewan Wilson. This is the men's 16 years 400 metres freestyle final. See if we get an outstanding swim that goes away, or have we got 10 that are fairly evenly matched and will give us a grandstand finish. I'll tell you a little bit more as they make this first 50. William Bell, City of Leicester, 27.09, a personal best of 3:56.05, which is head and shoulders above the rest of the field, but you have to perform on the night. William Bell's pretty good at doing that. He's still very young age, coached by Jamie Evans. Now starting to try and get away even over the first 100 here, Jonathan.
Here he is, the rest of the pool pretty coy, you should expect at this stage of things. It was interesting when he gets someone like William Bell, who is a clear favourite for this one, and it's a strong start on the 100 metres as well. Does that encourage some of those swimmers behind him to maybe give it a little bit more in the early stages than they would have done otherwise? It's not about sticking very firmly to your original game plan and not adapting too much when it comes to the actual race itself. Certainly, Ewan Evans, City of Cardiff in lane 6, need to apply a little bit more pressure. Joshua Williams in lane 5 for Wickham District following suit. Also, as we look to the near side, as we look from the commentary position here as well, Charlie Hutchison of Ellesmere College Titans, he's pretty much carrying along with him. Miles Robinson-Young to his right, and to his left, Kieran Thomas of Newcastle trying to keep up with the pace as well. It is the trio down the heart of the pool. They're looking pretty menacing right now, led by William Bell in fourth from City of Leicester. The buffer there almost a second ahead of Ian Evans, who seems to be unnerved by the start. His rival has made a couple of lanes to his right-hand side, sandwiched in the middle of them. Joshua Williams looks as though he's swimming pretty strong, but of course you have to make sure that you don't get dragged too far into matters around you. Strong kicking from him though on that turn.
So it is still Bell the leader. Johan Evans of Cardiff in second. Sandwich between the two of them is Joshua Williams. But still very comfortable here, Bell. On this near side, still plenty of effort coming in from Charlie Hutchison of Ellesmere College. It will be at 300. Exactly the same as it's been since the start. William Bell does lead. Johan Evans and Joshua Williams pushing each other along. What they haven't noticed on this near side is that Hutchison is now up into second position. Whilst those two will see each other with ease, they may not be able to see over to this near side, and Hutchison making great ground, unhindered, unchallenged, as they come to the final 50.
That's a really good, determined length that from Charlie Hutchison of Ellesmere College Titans, who's just been ever so slightly waiting at the back of the front three in the preceding 300 metres, and now he's decided this is his time to go, and there's no better time to do it either, because he has managed to lodge himself into second position now, around a second ahead of Johan Evans of City of Cardiff in lane 6, and that will be a battle for bronze between Evans and Williams, you would suspect, unless Hutchison has a late itch. But at the front, no problems at all for William Bell, the City of Leicester swimmer, in comfortably with a new PB as well, 3:55.93. That is superb from him, and a well-earned round of applause as well here in Ponds Forge. Charlie Hutchison does get second, very smart from him as well, dipping under the 4-minute mark, which sees himself get a new PB by around 4 seconds. Johan Evans of City of Cardiff will be on the podium as he gets third ahead of Joshua Williams. Certainly as well, Johan Evans just outside his PB. 0.33 seconds. But just as agonisingly, in his favour, he's managed to get third.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the men's 17-18 years 400 metres freestyle final. Lane 0, representing Hatfield, Max Jelfs. Lane 1, representing Wigan, Harley Benitez. Lane 2, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Joel Thompson. In lane 3, representing Millfield, Jacob Goodman. Lane 4, representing Hatfield, Luke Turley. Lane 5, representing City of Birmingham, Samuel Osborne. Lane 6, representing City of Peterborough, Jamie Scholes. Lane 7, representing Northampton, Archie Plowman. In lane 8, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Hector Pardo. And in lane 9, representing City of Leicester, Charlie Poole. This is the men's 17 to 18 years, 400 metres freestyle final. Up we come and away we go. Some of my favourite moments and favourite people outside of the pool are always the coaches. They're vocal, they're active, and they really are the support that these swimmers need. The human shouting machine that is Ewan Dale is just in front of us. He'll be shouting on his swimmers from Millfield throughout the course of the week. He's never quiet, Ewan. He is now, as they turn at 50. Goodman in the lead from Millfield. In second is Thompson of Ellesmere, just to his left, and one more lane over that. Carly Beatis of Wigan in third position, with a whole lot of water to cover. But what a start this is here in lane number 3.
Yeah, the rest of the pool on the far side as well, seemingly a flat line right now. Very much nip and tuck, staying with each other at the end of the first 100 metres. Turn being made by Luke Turley there. Missed his swim up from earlier on today. Just under 57 as he gets towards the wall. He's currently in third spot. Goodwin has made a really strong start here. I seem to remember him doing the exact same earlier on in the heats as well. Most important part, as we're out saying, is just to make sure you keep up that sort of pace. If your last 100 metres is twice as strong as the first 100 metres, then you're certainly in good position. Second set of 100, just about consolidating that position you've got yourself at the start. Goodman doing that right now as he comes towards a halfway point, and there is an awful lot of water between him and second position. Joel Thompson being dragged back into the equation by the two golden lanes. Luke Turley in 4, and also Samuel Osborne in lane 5 from Sylvia Birmingham beginning to come into things as well now as well. And on the far side, Charlie Paulicini and Leicester might be worth keeping an eye on. Some of those towards the back beginning to try and make their move now, but maybe it's a little bit late. Jacob Goodman, strong from the start, and it looks like he's going to have a pretty strong back end as well.
Well, Goodman is just 17 still. He's got a personal best of 3:55.65. He went 3:58.84 this morning. The actual age record for this event is written down for us at 3:58.13. So, is that under threat from Jacob Goodman? Back he comes.
Some serious questions being posed right now from those behind him as to whether he can keep up this sort of pace. And you have to really take into consideration the fact that Luke Turley boasts the fastest PB in the pool. He didn't get it this season, but 3:53.83 was a very strong time indeed. He was around 4.5 seconds off that pace this morning, but has he saved his best until tonight, the Hatfield swimmer? He's currently in second position. Just to his left-hand side is Samuel Osborne as the cries from the Millfield contingent on the near side really begin to raise. Now Goodman perhaps under threat here as the two to his left really begin to put the pressure onto the gas. Also lane 6, Jamie Scholes just on the outside of them, but it's the middle three that are the ones that are certainly going to take the top three at the moment.
Two very different finishes to this race. One is holding on to something he's had from the very start. The other is closing down a gap that's got smaller and smaller as the race has gone on here. Goodman of Millfield has led this for so long, and with just 25 more metres, he has got to dig deeper, maybe than he has done before in his young career, as he just tries to hold on here. Luke Turley in 4 starts to come. Goodman starts to give everything he's got left that's possible, and as they come to the wall, it'll be close. Oh, Turley gets there. 3:54.93, 7/100ths of a second in front of Jacob Goodman. What a finish to that. Round of applause from everybody inside Ponds Forge, and quite rightly so. Luke Turley never gave up. Jacob Goodman gave absolutely everything he got, and right at the very end, Turley takes it. 3:54.93.
And if it's any consolation at all to Jacob Goodman, he does manage to get a new PB, 3:55 on the dot there, bettering his previous one by 0.65 seconds. But I think it will be a little bit of a consolation right now, because you could really see him, as you say, Alan, digging in the final 20 metres. But Luke Turley was just purring along all the way through, and he managed ultimately to plunge himself up towards the top and get first position. An unbelievable finish, and we've still got one more men's final to come. Well, those watching on the live stream are getting a cracking slow motion replay of that finish right now between Goodman and Turley. As the venue, definitely make sure you catch that up later on when you get back home. It is an enthralling finish. Luke Turley takes it for Hatfield in the men's 17 to 18 year 400 metre freestyle. And as I say, we still have the senior one to come very shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the men's 19 years and over 400 metres freestyle final. Lane 0, representing Loughborough University, Nathan Wells. Lane 1, representing Thanet Swim, Jamie O'Connor. Lane 2, representing Davencio, Ryan Reeder. Lane 3, representing City of Sheffield, Nicholas Granger. Lane 4, representing Stockport Metro, Kyle Chisholm. Lane 5, representing Millfield, Kieran Bird. Lane 6, representing City of Sheffield, Samuel Budd. Lane 7, representing Team Ipswich, Regan Lloyd. Lane 8, representing Bath University, William Riley. And in lane 9, representing Richmond Dale, Thomas Flower. This is the men's 19 years and over 400 metres freestyle final. Go then, if the 19 years and over event is as good as the 17 and 18 years event, it should be an absolute cracker, shouldn't it? Turning at the diving pin end here at Ponds Forge, it's all to play for. The big man, Nick Granger, turning in 26.42. Through the 25 metre marker he goes, in lane 3. One of 2 City of Sheffield swimmers in this one. Sam Budd is the other side of the centre lanes. It's all about Granger at the moment.
There it is. And what will be interesting about this senior final as well, of course, it's obvious that these swimmers will have done this race a lot more than those that have gone before them. And they see a bit more of a tactical battle than perhaps we've had in some of the younger age groups, swimmers who may be fine-tuning their race plans, if you like, when it comes to this event. These swimmers have been there and done it an awful lot. Certainly Nick Granger, 23 years of age, senior Sheffield swimmer, PB of 3:45.89. Quite a bit off that in terms of his time earlier on today. Right now, he's going his way, coming up towards the halfway point in the black and red stripe shorts. Turning strongly, turning well ahead of the rest of the pool, most of which are pretty bunched up together. We've seen in previous races how that can mean trouble for that swimmer leading the way, because one of them, just takes one of them to lodge a strong campaign to go towards the front. We can really throw a spanner in the works. Could be the Sheffield teammate. Well, the early signs, Sam Budd in lane 6, marginal lead. Instead of the swinging towards his left-hand side there, that's William Riley in lane 8. Also turns made in pretty quick succession as well. Lanes 1, Jeremy O'Connor, Carl Chisholm down the middle alongside Kieran Bird as well in lane 5.
This is steady and dominant for Granger at the moment. Comes towards the 300 metres turn. It'll be Granger, as it has from the start, to push on first. 3:53.54. Second, then Samuel Budd, his teammate at City of Sheffield, in behind. 2:54.85. Then it's Bird and Chisholm in third and fourth, respectively, inside the pair of them. There on the far side, William Riley of Bath University is in 5th position. Might have a little bit too much to do to break top 4, certainly top 3, but top 4 would be a bit of an ask as well. At the turn then, Budd is getting closer, but it's still Granger.
Yeah, just between the two Sheffield swimmers up towards the front, and also going up close and personal and down the spine of the pole. Carl Chisholm in 4 and Kieran Bird in lane 5 as well. The latter trying to pull away. He doesn't want to look at the Stockport Metro swimmer for much longer as he now goes up towards the front. And indeed, Samuel Budd applying that pressure that was suspected will come on Nicholas Granger. It's a Steel City bout right at the top. Joining them is Kieran Bird as well, coming in towards the wall, and it is Nick Granger who has just about done it. 0.05 of a second the separation. 3:53.44 the winning time there for Nick Granger, which is a new season's best. Sam Bird in second and Kieran Bird of Millfield pipping Carl Chisholm to bronze spot. I just wonder if there's around 20 metres left of pool if Kieran Bird could have got any higher up the leaderboard there, but over the course of the 400 he's done enough, the Millfield man. The third behind a Sheffield 1-2. Season's best for Granger, also a season's best for Sam Budd as well, his Sheffield teammate. And alongside Carl Chisholm and Jamie O'Connor, of course, themselves got season's best earlier on today in the heat. So big well done to Nick Granger. Gold medalist as well from the 2016 British Summer Championships.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 13 to 14 years 200 metres freestyle final. Lane 0, representing Bishop Stortford, Millie Fields. In lane 1, representing Stockport Metro, Amy West. Lane 2, representing Torfaen Dolphins, Madison Lovell. Lane 3, representing Bromley, Tamerlyn Van Selm. Lane 4, representing Nova Centurions, Freya Colbert. Lane 5, representing Colchester, Sophie Freeman. Lane 6, representing City of Glasgow, Katie Shanahan. Lane 7, representing Borough of Kirklees, Millie Balding. Lane 8, representing City of Leeds, Isabel Goodwin. And in lane 9, representing City of Sheffield, Issy May Reeves. This is the women's 13 to 14 years, 200 metres freestyle final. Keep those tweets coming in. See those Harry just put go Parking in Dagenham. That's all we need. Hashtag SummerChamps18. Go Parking in Dagenham from Harry. That is the sort of stuff we are looking for. If you've got a message for your swimmers, tell us where you're watching if you're watching at home as well. How far away are we reaching this time? Ryan is watching on his laptop, waiting to see Jessica Jane competing. Thank you very much to Ryan Wakefield as well.
Pretty flat. All the swimmers in the pool at the moment. Maybe just a note in front. In lane 4 is Freya Colbert from Nova Centurion. You see, there's a slightly narrow-like formation beginning to form between a vast part of the pool. The tip of it is Freya Colbert up towards the halfway point. To her left, Tamrin Van Zel. To her right, Sophie Freeman. And some of the really big emerging names in terms of our younger swimmers in the female categories coming through. Freeman, Colbert, Van Zel. And they'll be doing battle towards the final throws of this one. Still Colbert though holding the advantage. Just ever so slightly being roped back is Freeman in lane 5 by Katie Shanahan and Sylvia Glasgow in 6. She's got a reason that to get her tail up, because as she gets forward, Katie Shanahan, she's beginning to level things out now with Tamrin Van Zel. On the final turn though, they're still all in pursuit of Freya Colbert, but those around her are looking pretty quick.
So whilst it's fairly even, the slight advantage does indeed go here in lane 4. Colbert from Van Zel to her left-hand side, and the right-hand side, they're starting to come as well, Freeman and Shanahan, and here comes Van Zel McBromley in 3, up on the shoulder, and now going past. Is there anything left here for Colbert? Into the final 5, Tamrin Van Zel takes it to the wall, just. Tamrin Van Zel, 2:03.24. We've had some battles tonight already. Freya Colbert, 2:03.41. And Katie Shanahan, Sylvia Glasgow, 2:04.10. The future of British swimming looking all right. We've got some right battlers in the water already.
Absolutely, a great night already. A big well done to Tamrin Van Zel, and of course in the previous race as well, Nick Granger winning the men's 90 years and over 400 metre freestyle, and Steve's down on poolside, can grab a word with the City of Sheffield man right now.
Yeah, thank you very much, Joe. Nick, what a fantastic swim in that 400. First of all, how nice is it to be back here in Ponds Forge swimming in an event like this?
Yeah, it's fantastic to be here at Ponds Forge swimming in my local pool. It's always great to see such a big event being held at Ponds Forge, because for me, I mean, it's just day in, day out. I'm here all day, every day. So having an event like this here and seeing the setup and the amazing crowd and everything else like that, it's great, yeah.
And in terms of the last time we saw you, most of us will have been on the TV screens at the Commonwealth Games. How much did you enjoy that experience?
Yeah, it was a fantastic experience, the Commonwealth Games. They really pushed the boat out. It was a fantastic village for one. It was probably the best village I've ever been in. The pool was amazing, swimming outdoors, and the stands were absolutely huge. The atmosphere was immense. Walking out from our race, you could really feel like just the scale of the entire thing was great.
And as one of the more experienced swimmers here, what would your advice to be to some of the young'uns who are here at their very first nationals? What is your advice to them?
The number one thing for me would be not to get too overwhelmed by it all, because I know it's hard when it's your first nationals. I mean, we've all been there. But it's really important not to let the nerves get the best of you, to just sort of go with the flow of it all, take it all in. If you don't swim well, then it doesn't really matter. If you're first ever nationals, you've got plenty of times to improve on it. So, yeah.
Perfect stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, your gold medalist, Nick Granger. Back to you, Jono and Alan.
Got some top advice in there. Don't get overwhelmed by it all. That's what I said to Jono when he got a chance to sit next to me. Don't get overwhelmed, Jono. You're fine. He's doing all right. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to poolside the athletes for the women's 15 years, 200 metres freestyle final. Lane 0, representing Leatherhead, Kirsty Flynn. Lane 1, representing York City, Tia Ward. Lane 2, representing City of Leicester, Maisie Elliott. Lane 3, representing Teddington, Beatrice Varley. Lane 4, representing Davencio, Mia Slevin. Lane 5, representing Northampton, Betsy Wizard. Lane 6, representing Newcastle, Lola Davison. Lane 7, representing Plymouth Leander, Honey Osrin. Lane 8, representing Dundee City Aquatics, Iona McLeod. And in lane 9, representing City of Milton Keynes, Charlotte Wynne-Jones. This is the women's 15 years, 200 metres freestyle final.
What a great night of action we've already had here in Ponds Forge at the British Swimming Summer Championships 2018. It only will continue and get better, we hope anyway, as we delve into the women's 15 years 200 metre freestyle. And it's a pretty similar start in this one, it has to be said, to what we had in the previous final. Pretty flat line across the pool, but it's those in the central lanes that are just beginning to tick towards the front. Betsy Wizard in lane 5 from Northampton, the earliest of the leaders, and just to her right hand side as well, also in the black cap, is Lola Davison of Newcastle, keeping both of them company. There's Mia Slevin of Daventio in lane 4 at the halfway point. It's those three that turn quick. If anyone's going to compete with them, it's probably going to be those on the far side of the pool, the closest to the spectator gallery, in particular lane 7 and Honey Osrin of Plymouth Leander. There's always a strong Plymouth Leander contingent, and they're there on the far side as well. Not disappointing today either, backing Honey Osrin, who got a PB earlier of 2:07.12. Lola Davison also coming into this with the best swim of her life so far. 2:06.22 is the time she got this morning. The two in the central lanes can go quicker than what they proved earlier on in the heats, and they're going to probably have to do that and maybe a little bit further as well as we go into the final 50 metres now. It's the four in lanes 4, 5, 6 and 7 that are battling for the top 3 positions here, and a diagonal line beginning to now form, because in 4 Mia Slevin is the one pulling away for Daventio XL. The two black caps to her right hand side battling for silver now. Betsy Wizard in 5, just out of Lola Davison in 6. Is there going to be a late pursuit from Honey Osrin? We'll have to wait and find out, but Mia Slevin has managed to get first spot. 2:02.59 the winning time. Betsy Wizard of Northampton gets second, just ahead by a quarter of a second, no more, than Lola Davison. Honey Osrin has to settle for fourth, but a very spirited battle towards the end there. Slevin from Wizard, from Davison it is then, in that women's 200 metre freestyle final. Well, we said a PB will probably be required for whoever would win that race. Mia Slevin has gone and done that as well. 2:02.59, an improvement from a time she got earlier this season of 2:03.6. Likewise, Betsy Wizard with her best ever time as well, 2:03.61. Well done to our medalists there, all getting under 2:04. And Slevin going that second further, 2:02.59. Victorious in the women's 15 years 200 metre freestyle.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 16 years 200 metres freestyle final. In lane 0, representing University of Aberdeen, Gaia Alcaraz. In lane 1, representing City of Glasgow, Lauren Witherell. Lane 2, representing City of Newport, Megan Allison. Lane 3, representing Redditch, Amelia Rod. Lane 4, representing Millfield School, Rachel Anderson. Lane 5, representing Chelmsford City, Abby Lowe. In lane 6, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Anna Smale. Lane 7, representing City of Peterborough, Mackenzie Wyatt. Lane 8, representing City of Sheffield Swim Squad, Alice Thickett. And in lane 9, representing South Croydon, Amy Davies. This is the women's 16 years, 200 metres freestyle final. Start as we get going in the 16 years 200 freestyle final. Anderson of Millfield makes that first serve. We've been here already tonight. Millfield leading early. It's always the endings that are harder to choose, isn't it? Through the 25-metre mark of that green cap in 4. Of Anderson leads the way on the far side. In the black cap in 8 is Thickett. Celia Sheffield, she's in the mix as it comes towards the first 100. On the near side, Alcaraz of Aberdeen as well, also in the thick of things when it comes to the top 5 placings. But it is Anderson that leads the way. The only person inside 60 seconds was Rachel. Second then was Thickett on the far side. Third was Amelia Rod. Fourth was right out there in 9, Amy Davies. So Davies and Thickett pushing each other along here. And on the near side in 5 and 6 then was Alcaraz and Weatherall. So little pockets all over the water here, Jonathan.
Yeah, absolutely, and no one really out of the picture just yet, particularly in the battle for the top 3 position, but it may have to be a battle for second and third, because in front Rachel Anderson is not letting this one slip. She got silver in this event a couple of years ago, in 2016 in this pool. She's going to go one further here, it seems, in 2018 as she gets into the final 25 metres now, but just look how tight it's going to be for silver and bronze. This could go any way at all, and again it looks like black caps on the far side that are going to do battle for it. Lane 6 Anna Smale and lane 8 Alice Thickett, they are going to go right to the wire, but at the front Rachel Anderson could not have made that look any simpler. 2:02.51 the winning time. It is Thickett ahead of Smale for second. The City of Sheffield swimmer on 2:04.66, Anna Smale 2:04.78, but Rachel Anderson of Millfield there 2:02.51, a new PB in the process as well. A very successful swim indeed from her.
It was good to keep those personal bests coming. This time Millfield hang on for that victory. 2:03.24 it was as a personal best, 2:02.51 it is now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 17 to 18 years 200 metres freestyle final. Lane 0, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Phoebe Griffiths. Lane 1, representing City of Sheffield, Kate Clifton. Lane 2, representing Team Bath, Laura McNabb. Lane 3, representing Thanet Swim, Maisie McCartney. Lane 4, representing Stockport Metro, Elizabeth Harris. Lane 5, representing Wickham District, Jemima Hall. Lane 6, representing City of Leeds, Leah Crisp. Lane 7, representing St Thomas, Sophie Smith. Lane 8, representing City of Bristol, Jessica Podger. And in lane 9, representing Guildford, Alicia Wilson. This is the women's 17 to 18 years, 200 metres freestyle final.
There we go, good start as you'd expect in lane 4 from Stockport Metro, Elizabeth Harris, and also Kate Clifton of City of Sheffield as well. It's been a good night so far for the Steel City crew. And we're hoping that that can continue as we get towards the halfway point of the night. Still a lot of action to come here in Ponds Forge. Big thank you once again for those joining us in venue and also on the live stream as well. Do make sure you keep those tweets coming in, hashtag SummerChamps18. But this one going at a rapid pace so far. Kate Clifton was really ideal when you're in the outer lanes, but she's doing a decent job coming towards the halfway point of keeping herself in contention up towards the front 5 positions. But you've also got to say the same about the trio stacks on the far side as well. Lane 7, 8 and 9, that's Sophie Smith, Jessica Bodger and Alicia Wilson respectively. And in fact, Sophie Smith leading them in lane 7 is in 4th spot right now, but it's Elizabeth Harris down the centre in lane 4 leading the way. To her left is Jemima Hall in 2nd, to her right Maisie McCartney of Danit Swim in 3rd, but that could change at the flip of a coin. And on the far side it really is a toss-up right now as to who is going to stake that claim to go up towards the front 3 and challenge the faster set down the middle. Pulling away, Elizabeth Harris in lane 4 from Stockport Metro. The favourite for this one is beginning to really flex her muscles as well. Still competition either side of her, but a wary eye on those on the far side.
You've got to push, you've got to keep going, you've got to stick to your game plan, and if somebody starts to come on your shoulder, throw the game plan out the window and kick like mad. Back down they come then. Here in 4, it's going well for Harris. Harris through the final 15. The battle is on behind her though. Either side of Harris is McCartney and Jemima Hall, but it's all about lane 4 for the victory. Elizabeth Harris comes in, and that's 1:59.95. She's inside 2 minutes. That's what the big cheer is. 2:01.27 was the old personal best. You can forget that. We're inside 2 minutes for Elizabeth Harris. 2:02.12 for Jemima Hall in 2nd position, and Maisie McCartney gets 3rd in this one from Thanet Swim. 2:02.42.
Yeah, the first time Elizabeth Harris has ever swum under 2 minutes, just 1.5 seconds off the British record as well for the 17-year age group. A really good swim there from Elizabeth Harris, and a well-earned first position as well. Jemima Hall and Maisie McCartney pushing each other all the way, and you really can see how tight it was between the rest of the pool as well. Around 2.5 seconds separating 2nd from 10th in that race. And we've still got one more to come in the women's 200 metre freestyle.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 19 years and over 200 metres freestyle final. In lane 0, representing Loughborough University, Amy Grant. In lane 1, representing City of Sheffield, Abby Houston. In lane 2, representing Loughborough University, Beth Aitchison. In lane 3, representing Woking, Hannah Burville. In lane 4, representing Bath, Georgia Coates. In lane 5, representing Nova Centurion, Polly Holden. In lane 6, representing Loughborough University, Candice Hall. In lane 7, representing Edinburgh University, Rachel Louise Masson. In lane 8, representing Swansea Aquatics, Abigail Burr. And in lane 9, representing Ealing, Felida Britton. This is the women's 19 years and over 200 metres freestyle final. We're already into our 10th final of this evening. Britton, Burr, Masson, Hall, Holden, Coates, Burville, Aitchison, Houston and Grant. That's the list of names that will be dwindled down to 3 for the medals. Turning here in 4, Coates leads the way, 28-21. Champion of the 17 to 18 years, 200 metre freestyle, the British Summer Champs last time out. This year's in the 19 years and over. Looking to take this title as well. On the side of her, at the moment, the battle rages for second and third, and that's a lot tighter.
Yeah, Polly Holden in lane 5 didn't really get off to the greatest of starts, the Nova Centurion swimmer. She has been playing catch-up ever since. She's still done a good job to keep in touching distance of the 3 or 4 ahead of her, but it's going to be a very difficult task to claw it fully back around in order to get back on the podium, particularly when there's those pretty much level with her looking to do the same as well. But she's trying to reel into her left-hand side, Candice Hall of Loughborough University in lane 6, and looks as if she may be succeeding as well as they come towards the turn at what will be a good time for Polly Holden. But we look towards the front, and the 3 ahead of her. Joint at the moment in lanes 2 and 3. Beth Aitchison and Hannah Burville of Loughborough and Woking respectively. They're pretty tight together, and it does look as if it's Beth Aitchison who has the slim margin ahead of her. The comeback being made by Polly Holden here, right on the heels of Georgia Coates of Bath. Down the middle in lane 4. Has she got enough left to give? She may be tiring a wee bit here. Polly Holden doing really well, coming round the corner to maybe salvage a medal, but down the middle Georgia Coates wasn't really in doubt, was it? 2:0.5. winning it in the end by 0.33 seconds ahead of Beth Aitchison. Polly Holden does really well to turn it around, get under 2:01 and get a bronze in the process.
Well, it's the fastest time of the season for Georgia Coates. She has got under 2 minutes in the locker, 1:58.54 as a personal best, but it's Coates from Aitchison and Holden in third position. Aitchison's time 2 minutes 0.83. Not far off her own personal best, but certainly the best of the season for her. Our first look at the para-athletes that are competing here this week in a moment. The first of 2 finals to come for those. And the fine-tuning for the European Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the men's multi-classification 200 metres freestyle final. In lane 0, representing Claysmore, George Kelman-Johns. Lane 1, representing Kingston Hull, Liam Spence. Lane 2, representing Wickham District, Tyler Hianu. In lane 3, representing City of Norwich, Jordan Catchpole. Lane 4, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Thomas Hamer. Lane 5, representing Torfaen Dolphins, Dylan Broom. Lane 6, representing Pembrokeshire County, Rhys Davies. In lane 7, representing Torfaen Dolphins, Alex Rosser. In lane 8, representing Dundee City Aquatics, Jack Milne. And in lane 9, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, Connor Morrison. This is the men's multi-classification 200 metres freestyle final.
Away we go through these swimmers going to Dublin. In August, Jordan Catchpole in 3, Tom Hamer in 4, and Conor Morrison in lane 9. Now they are all S14 swimmers, so that makes permutations this pretty simple. Whoever touches the wall first will win the race, like most multi-class races you will see over the course of the week. A nice easy one for beginners to multi-class, let's say. To watch here, we have the world record holder, Tom Hamer, in lane 4, 1:55.88. He managed to get in the Commonwealth Games earlier on this year. Going in the black cap down the central lanes, but as you can see in lane 2, the better start being made by Tyler Hianu. Comes towards the halfway point. Indeed, he gets the first touch as well. 58.44, the split time, a distance of 0.28 between him and Tom Hamer, but expect Hamer to really come on strong in the second half of this one. The 19-year-old from City of Manchester Aquatics. Getting gold, of course, in this event at the Commonwealth Games on the Gold Coast. He's got gold in this event last year as well here at the British Championships. He really does favour this event. And now he's beginning to get in full control as well. The final time he will swim this event on home soil in a competitive manner before he goes to the European Championships in Dublin next month. And Tom Hamer is looking in good form right now with 25 metres to go. Behind him, the battle for second and third being had between the two white cats, Dylan Broom in lane 5 and Jordan Catchpole in lane 3 as well. Some good young talent in the pool here, but Tom Hamer is spearheading them as he comes in towards the wall now, and will get it under 2 minutes as well. 1:58.91. 933 MC points for him. Of course, it is the multi-class points that we still keep the main focus on. Good practice to have when it comes to MC racing. So second spot, joint second, Jordan Catchpole and Dylan Broom, separated by 200ths of a second on the time. Nothing on the MC points though, and that is the most important thing. So Hamer from Broom and Catchpole. Tom Hamer has managed to get the gold medal there. And as we mentioned, Jordan Catchpole, one of those going to Dublin next month. Dylan Broom isn't, but at 16 years of age, a really exciting prospect to come. Good time this for para swimming in Great Britain.
Yeah, it certainly is. Not only is Tommy Hamer proven too difficult to beat here at Ponds Forge. He proves very difficult to beat on the world stage as well. Trust me, when we get to the European Championships in Ireland in August, he will be the big threat in those races, in those S14 races. People from all over Europe will take a look across, see Tommy Hamer, and they will know there's a big old battle to come when it comes to his event. So good performance here. He's getting himself ready to perform over in Dublin later on in the year at the European Championships. I'm sure some of you will be over there to watch as well. He's also getting ready to speak to Stephen Jameson in a couple of moments, and these two will be chatting hairstyles and fashion statements and all sorts. Let's go down. Stephen, how happy is Tommy on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, thank you very much, Alan. Joined by our gold medalist, Tom Hamer. Tom, congratulations on a great race. How are you feeling racing once again in England?
Yeah, it's really good. It's good to be back here working on them small little process goals, so leading into our Europeans. So it's really good. Taper starts next week, so it should be fun.
Bet you can't wait for that after the hard work now. How much are you looking forward to Dublin? I know preparations have been a long time coming. How much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, really good. Dublin's our main competition of the year, so our Europeans, so it'll be really good, and it'll be good to see what time I go in the pool.
And have you got a message to this crowd to get you to cheer you on in Dublin?
Thanks for all your support and keep following me.
That sounds pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tom Hamer.
Thank you.
He's just a genuinely nice guy. I don't mean Stephen Jameson, he's terrible, but Tom Hamer, absolute top lad, and he'll be picking up more medals come that European Championships. That's a fact. Are you all happy in the stands here at Ponds Forge? Everybody okay? Like the mute button's on. You all right? Oh, we can work on you. We've got a whole week. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the women's multi-classification 200 metres freestyle final. Lane 3, representing Basildon and Phoenix, Danielle Hartin. Lane 4, representing City of Norwich, Jessica Jane Applegate. Lane 5, representing Hatfield, Louise Fidds. And in lane 6, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Tully Kearney. This is the women's multi-classification 200 metres freestyle final. So there are just the 4 ladies taking part in this one. Jessica Jane Applegate, you'd have to say, will start the heavy favourite. It was great that Jess's mum actually sent me all of Jess's accolades a little bit earlier as a message. And I said to Donna, as if I don't know this. I've watched it over and over again at para sporting events, and Jessica Jane Applegate knows how to win medals, which was an interesting one. She's never won a gold at the European Championships, but I use the word yet. Is this the time that she does that? She has Paralympic gold, she has World Championship golds from 2 different World Championships. Can she finally unlock the secret to winning a gold at a European Championships? Jane Applegate, who was part of the team that went out to the States and did some good old altitude training. For me, that's climbing stairs, but for these guys, it's going a lot higher than that. And back down they come, and it is JJ who leads the field. So Applegate from Fitz of Hatfield, turning in 31.58. Took a silver in the multi-class 200 event last year. So they head down towards the diving pit just one more time. It is Applegate that leads.
And of course, the beauty of this final as well is that we do have two different classifications involved in this. We have the S14 swimmers, the three of them, Harton in 3, Applegate in 4, and Fidz in 5. But Tilly Kearney is also in this battle as well in the S5 classification. She will not know for sure who has won this final until Tilly Kearney has touched in towards the wall. Of course, we know she will get a slower time than those three in front of her, but of course, the world record that she is trying to get as close as possible towards is a lot slower as well. So Jessica Jane Applegate coming in now, touching in towards the wall, and of course we'll bring you confirmation of the time and the points, but we do know for sure that she has managed to get the best of the lot there. She'll be hoping to float towards the season's best at least of 2:06.56, which will mean that she'll have shaved around 3 seconds off the time she got earlier on today. As Fidz and Harton come in towards the wall as well. So as we say, we'll just hang fire on exactly what those results are. And of course, we said it'd be intriguing as it is because we don't really know the winner until Tilly Kearney comes in the wall, but the fact that we haven't got a scoreboard at the moment either to base that off makes it even more interesting. So Tilly Kearney coming into the final throws of this one now. A big last push for her. She looks up to the scoreboard, she wants to know her score, she's not going to find out just yet.
So do we. So do we. We'll bring you that as soon as we can. We've had a few first day gremlins, unfortunately, and hopefully we can figure out those results in just a matter of moments. So well done to the 4 ladies taking part in the women's multi-class 200 metre freestyle final. We'll try and revisit that and give you some results a little bit later on if it's possible. Keep those tweets coming. Summer Champs 18 is the hashtag. Try and read a few out as we go along. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the men's 13 to 14 years 100 meters breaststroke final. Lane 0, representing Bolton Metro, Jake Reynolds. Lane 1, representing St Ives, James Quinn. Lane 2, representing City of Swansea Aquatics, Aaron Davies. Lane 3, representing Northampton, Harvey Freeman. In lane 4, representing Dartmoor, Cameron Williams. Lane 5, representing Portsmouth North Sea, Oliver Kettle. Lane 6, representing Ellesmere College Titans, George Smith. Lane 7, representing Mid Sussex Marlins, Michael Edwards. In lane 8, representing Shiverers, Elijah Kendrick. And in lane 9, representing Inverclyde, Matthew Garrity. This is the men's 13 to 14 years, 100 meters breaststroke final. we go. Coming up nice and early at the front, Cameron Williams comes into this, having done a personal best this morning, 105.06. He's got a few age records already, as Williams, so we'll be keeping an eye on him and what he can do. He can lead, 50 done. Williams has half a job, second over the kettle. We're brewing up for a big finish from him. That's the other side of Williams is Freeman. But this looks like going down to Williams and Kettle. Freeman starting to come in a challenge for second, but neither of them look like they've got enough to stop Cameron Williams. We'll keep an eye on the times in the record books as he comes in at the touch. 105.37. He's actually slower than he went this morning. So the swim this morning, which took him an age record, means that that one that's a little bit slower doesn't do it again. But Williams, Kettle, Freeman, that's the 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the men's 15 years 100 metres breaststroke final. Lane 0, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, Finlay Cousins. In lane 1, representing Portsmouth North Sea, Jack Goodwin. Lane 2, representing Dulwich Dolphins, Theodore Thompson. Lane 3, representing York City Bath, it's Jason Robson. Lane 4, representing City of Oxford, Billy Watton. Lane 5, representing Millfield School, William Ellington. Lane 6, representing Haverton Waterlooville, Austin Slade, Jeffrey. Lane 7, representing Ealing, Pietro Lombardo. In lane 8, representing Warren the Bath Club, Angus Allison. And in lane 9, representing Haringray Aquatics, Max Hansen. This is the men's 15 years 100 metres breaststroke final. Start here in 3, Jason Robson of York City, that is. Coached by Josh Spencer. Keep our eyes on the record books for you. All of the swimmers in this one, of course, 15 years of age. Some have been swimming up categories where there's been space. So plenty of cheering and shouting towards the pool as we turn for home here. Keep an eye on lane 4 here. Billy Watton certainly got the bit between his teeth. That looks like a seriously powerful stroke, but doesn't seem to be able to close in on Robson, not like Ellington is. The Millfield swimmer is coming from behind here, and it looks like Ellington will take this one. He does. 105.65, another big personal best for Ellington. He went a 106.68 in the heats. That was a personal best, and he gets himself another one. Ellington from Robson and Watton. That's the 1, 2, 3. Pietro Lombardo has to settle for 4. Those tweets coming into us. Andrew Guy says, great night so far. Thanks, Andrew Guy. Hashtag Summer Champs 18. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 16 years 100 metres breaststroke final. In lane 0, representing City of Cardiff, Benjamin Chuyin. In lane 1, representing Sutton-on-Cheam, Andrzej Zerziak. Lane 2, representing Bells Hill, Greg Fairbairn. Lane 3, representing Millfield, William Mitchell. In lane 4, representing Nofrio, Rodri Williams. Lane 5, representing West Lothian, John Keane. Lane 6, representing North Ayrshire, Rory Dixon. Lane 7, representing Team Bath, Ethan McNeil. In lane 8, representing Guildford City, Charlie Trotman. And in lane 9, representing Truro City, Samuel Norton. This is the men's 16 years 100 metres breaststroke final.
Distance start being made in lane 5 there by John Keane of West Lothian. This one was a season's best, 1:06.66. This was right as well. Rodri Williams of Nofio Fluid in the black cap. Himself under the water there right from the start for an absolute age, but now they get towards the halfway point, and this is where he really begins to show why he conserved his energy in the first 20 metres or so of that one as he tries to spring into life. But once again, it's the green cap causing trouble for the rest of the pool. This time it's William Mitchell of Millfield in lane 3, really is throwing a curveball into the situation going into the final 25 metres. This one beginning to dwindle into a 2-horse battle towards the front. William Mitchell and Rodri Williams going at it head to head into the final 10 metres or so now, and it's going to be really a case of who pushes forward as they come towards the wall. The time is going to be perfect. Who's going to get it the better? It is William Mitchell. Another great emergence from a Millfield swimmer, and this time it is Mitchell wearing the green cap and later on the gold medal as well. 1:04.4. Rodri Williams getting second. John Keane, almost forgot about him after the decent start he made, but he still manages to anchor the podium positions. Mitchell from Williams from Keane in your men's 16-year 100-metre breaststroke final.
Well, we're getting some seriously good finals, aren't we, here on night number 1. Thank you very much for joining us on the live stream. A big thank you to all of you sat wafting yourselves with whatever it is you've got. Bits of paper, your hands. I can see somebody using an expensive iPad. Anything to waft becomes very useful here at Ponds Forge. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 17 to 18 years 100 metres breaststroke final. Lane 0, representing Bromley, Matthew Rogers. Lane 1, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Joel Thompson. Lane 2, representing City of Oxford, Connor Bryan. Lane 3, representing City of Swansea, Lewis Fraser. Lane 4, representing City of Derby, Gregory Butler. Lane 5, representing Warren Bath Club, Archie Goodburn. Lane 6, representing City of Cardiff, Kyle Booth. Lane 7, representing Mount Kelly Swimming, Oliver Taverner. Lane 8, representing Plymouth Leander, Liam Davis. And lane 9, representing East Kilbride, Andrew McIntosh. This is the men's 17 to 18 years, 100 metres breaststroke final.
Good start again being made by those in the central lanes. The favourites really coming to the table tonight here in Ponds Forge. Gregory Butler, the man with that pressure on his shoulders in lane 4. PB for the Derby man earlier on tonight. 102.64, say tonight, of course it was this morning. It's been a very long day here in Sheffield as they turn now with 50 metres to go. Gregory Butler is the one in front and in charge as well. Archie Goodman in second position right now, and Lewis Fraser as well, just ticking along nicely up towards the top position. Joining them in the Royal Blue Cap in lane 2, Connor Bryan of City of Oxford, as this one really boils down now into the final 25, and then we have our two down the centre of the pool, springing up towards the front of the pack. Two very different styles. Quite a rush one from Archie Goodman in 5. Gregory Butler taking a bit more steady as he comes towards the wall and will get first as well. 101.23 the winning time. Another PB for him today. Just under a second as well off the British record. A really good swim that from Gregory Butler. Archie Goodman from Warrington managing to get second spot, and Lewis Fraser is in third.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the men's 19 years and over 100 metres breaststroke final. Lane 0, representing Brighton, Dominic Polling. Lane 1, representing City of Sheffield, Oliver Crosby. Lane 2, representing City of Cardiff, James Lewis. Lane 3, representing Bath, Charlie Atwood. Lane 4, representing University of Stirling, Craig Bedson. Lane 5, representing Putteridge, Lawrence Palmer. Lane 6, representing City of Oxford, David Murphy. Lane 7, representing Loughborough, Edward Baxter. Lane 8, representing Plymouth Leander, Adam Chillingworth. And in lane 9, representing Loughborough University, James McFadden. This is the men's 19 years and over 100 metres breaststroke final.
Craig Benson, the quickest this morning, the only time actually below a minute, 59.94 in the heats. Also after seeing his long-standing 14-year age group record taken away from him. So back in 2009, at the age of 24, University of Stirling swimmer, winging the ball and looking. So of course better his Commonwealth Game performance, but still nevertheless getting to the final of the Gold Coast earlier on this year. Very good achievement there from Craig Benson, 6th ultimately in the end, but certainly the favourite for the gold here in these British Championships, and he's really hungry for it as well. 25 metres to go now. The rest of the pool are pretty even in lane 6. David Murphy of the city of Oxford is looking like he is in control of the silver medal spot, but that could quickly change, particularly with the presence of lane 3, Charlie Atwood, and Lawrence Palmer in lane 5 as well. But in 4, it's Craig Benson. He comes in again below a minute, 59.5 for him. Second spot taken then by David Murphy, who indeed looked the favourite all along on the final 50 to take that position. Charlie Atwood could only do enough for the bronze medal, but still impressive when you look at how close those times were behind him. But Benson from Murphy from Atwood, your top 3 in the seniors for the men's 100 metre breaststroke.
That does it for the breaststroke. You know, I was really impressed with when the music for the intro started, how many of the dads in the crowd reached for their air guitar for Welcome to the Jungle. There was a few of them. I could see them from here. Good stuff in the water. Good stuff outside of the water as well. Again, thank you very much for joining us here on night number 1. Benson takes the final breaststroke event. Murphy from Atwood will be moving on fairly swiftly. Chances are we might catch up with our winner actually. Stephen is down there trying to pull him to one side. See if we can't just get a few words from our 19 years and over winner of the 100 breaststroke. So we can indeed go down to poolside. Stephen Jameson.
Yeah, thank you very much, Alan. Joined now by Craig Benson. Craig, congratulations, personal best. That must feel pretty incredible.
Yeah, thanks very much. Really pleased with that. Honestly, I felt terrible coming into this meet. Even yesterday, just, feeling terrible in the warm-up, and had to try and turn things around, stay positive, get up for it, focus on everything I've been practicing on, and then just changing that, that focus, that mindset came in. Surprised myself this morning, gave me some good confidence tonight for our PB.
Yeah, in a year that's had the Commonwealth Games for you, it must be incredible to then go even better in the national meet in the summer.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Commonwealth Games was such an amazing experience. The fans out there were just incredible, and my family supporting me was brilliant. But I didn't perform as well as I wanted to. I mean, I was almost a second quicker there today, so obviously I would have liked to have done that on the Commonwealth stage, but just wasn't meant to be, and I'm really pleased to put a good performance for the season finishes.
Hey, a PB's a PB, mate. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Benson.
We've had some good interviews so far this evening, some good inspirational chats from the senior swimmers those 19 years and over, so hopefully the youngsters are listening on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 13-14 years 400 metres individual medley final. Lane 0, representing Dundee City Aquatics, Scarlett Ferris. Lane 1, representing Stockport Metro, Amy West. Lane 2, representing Nova Centurion, Emma Erskine. Lane 3, representing Stockport Metro, Olivia Heron. Lane 4, representing City of Glasgow, Katie Shanahan. Lane 5, representing Nova Centurion, Freya Colbert. Lane 6, representing City of Sheffield, Abigail Miles. Lane 7, representing City of Leeds, Kirst Hodgson. Lane 8, representing City of Leeds, Martha Bradley. And in lane 9, representing City of Birmingham, Millie Checkley. This is the women's 13 to 14 years, 400 metres individual medley final.
We are off and underway. The grueling battle, of course, is the 400 metre individual medley. I'm sure he feels very glad to be in this final tonight after their successful heats earlier on today, but also the thought of going out there and doing it once more. The 100 fly, the 100 back, the 100 breast before the 100 free, but it certainly will be a very warranted winner at the end of this. Katie Shanahan comes in on the best of form as to what she's used to. PB of 4:51.16 that she got earlier on in the year. She managed to get gold in this event at the British Summer Championships 12 months ago as well. Also gold in half the distance over the 200 IM too. So very good pedigree at this event. Katie Shanahan, no doubt about that. She was around 6 seconds off of PB earlier on this morning. Probably put that down to her allowing herself maybe take a foot off the gas and ease as the fastest qualifier for tonight's final. Keeping a close company just to her right-hand side right now, Freya Colbert of Nova Centurion in lane 5. Also quite a few seconds outside her PB as well. It currently stands at 4:54.32. And those two, the clear leaders, as we are well into the second stroke. Watch the pool, it's tucked up with one another. Third right now, either side of the middle two lanes, lanes 3 and 6, Olivia Heron and Abigail Miles, respectively. Olivia Heron smashing her PB earlier on today, 5:04.26 was the time she managed to get, and winning her heat as well against quite a few swimmers who were in all the categories then at the moment, against the best of her age group. Struggling to break into the top 3, however, pretty much level with the current swimming in third place was Abigail Miles of City of Sheffield. So we get towards the halfway point then, and it'll be our leader, Katie Shanahan, in lane 4, turning first. The split between her and Freya Colbert currently at 1:14. The breaststroke, as we know all too well, and we'll see in the next 5 finals as well, really is the one that begins to tip things. Favours this stroke. Katie Shanahan has proven many a time she's a good all-rounder. She's got a nice lead as well, but one that could very easily be shrunk by Freya Colbert behind her, also trying to evaporate that buffer between the front two and the peloton. The one's beginning to emerge now. I've already touched on Abigail Miles, but it's Yorkshire rival Martha Bradley from City of Leeds in lane 8 with the yellow cap, who is the next in line to try and break into the bronze medal spot. Rivaling Olivia Heron in lane 3 of Stockport Metro has struggled a little bit to push up towards the front two, but it's no surprise at all because Freya Colbert and Katie Shanahan are putting in a very good shift right now.
Louise Elliott has messaged in. Louise and Mia are cheering on the Pocket Rocket Freya in the 400 IM. Keep those tweets coming. Hashtag Summer Champs. This one also says hashtag Pocket Rocket. So Freya being cheered on. Walter Hackett getting a good look shout out. Good luck in your 50 back final. We're all rooting for you back at home. Here, going great guns. There's Katie Shanahan, Celia Glasgow, turning in 3:43.80. Second is Freya Colbert, Centurion, 3:47.64. And then Abigail Miles, Celia Sheffield, 3:51. Exactly in her turn. So the 1, 2, 3 is 4, 5, and 6. And we're down to just over 50 minutes to go.
Things really beginning to spread out now across the pool, and that is only good reading for Katie Shanahan of City of Glasgow. She turns for the final 50 metres, and though contingent loyal to the Pocket Rocket, Freya Colbert may have to shout at the screen a little bit louder here, because in lane 5 she looks as if she is going to miss out on gold, and there's maybe a bit of a battle to hold on to silver, because Abigail Miles, who has just been chancing her arm at the back of the front two, maybe now is beginning to narrow the gap, but there might not be enough pool left for her to actually take silver away from Freya Colbert, but certainly the rest of the pool is going to fail in their task of taking top spot, because Katie Shanahan will do that with relative ease now. She comes in towards the wall, and on the clock as well. We definitely know her positioning there. It's a PB for Katie Shanahan, 4:50.69. That is exactly how you do it. Great swim once again from her, and she definitely was saving her best swim for tonight as well. Freya Colbert second on 4:56.66, and Abigail Miles of City of Sheffield on 4:59.88, and for the first time Abigail breaks the 5-minute barrier. A big well done to all those swimmers, particularly our medalists there. Say that you do hope after 2 400 IMs in a day, for their sakes, that's the last swims they do, but I'm sure we'll see a couple of others pop up before the end of the night here in Sheffield. Day 1 of the British Swimming Summer Championships 2018. Still a lot more swimming to come, and 4 more of the women's 400 IM.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 15 years 400 metres individual medley final. In lane 0, representing Hillingdon Swimming Club, Cara O'Toole. Lane 1, representing Dundee City Aquatics, Yona McLeod. Lane 2, representing Carnegie, Ellie Turner. Lane 3, representing Northampton, Betsy Wizard. Lane 4, representing Newcastle, Madeleine Hardingham. Lane 5, representing City of Birmingham, Erin Davies. In lane 6, representing Teddington, Beatrice Varley. Lane 7, representing Southport, Jessica Morgan. Lane 8, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Olivia Clare. And in lane 9, representing Royal Tunbridge Wells, Rose Compton. This is the women's 15 years, 400 metres individual medley final.
All but two of these swimmers earlier on today getting either a personal best or a season's best. Particularly those swimmers down the fastest three lays. Betsy Wizard in lane 3, Madeline Hardingham in 4, and Davis in lane 5 as well. Of course, Hardingham getting the quicker of those, 4:54.01, around a 3.5 second margin ahead of that. Very Davis, nearest rival in lane 5. Interested to see how much more most contenders have got to give in this race. As we look at which was the back end of the fly here. Hardingham is the one in the sliver of the lead, just to her left. Betsy Wizard also on the far side as well. Decent start in lane 9 from Rose Compton from RTW Monson. You should never really rule anyone out at this stage, especially before the 200-metre mark. We want to try and give a fair assessment now as to exactly who's going to take this. But Madeline Hardingham certainly seeing things going her way. And Davis has quite a bit of a gap between her and Hardingham in 4, but also a bit of a gap between her and lane 6 Beatrice Farley as well of Teddington. But Beatrice Farley, I remember this morning, coming up late to get that PB of 5:01.24. Don't be surprised if in the final 200 metres she really begins to chance her arm and fling herself towards the front of the pool. It's going to be quite a difficult ask though to put away Madeline Hardingham. And almost a clone of Betsy Wizard in lane 3 in the all black is as well. As they come towards the halfway point now, this is where things really begin to intensify and start to bubble over. So Hardingham will turn first, we know that, but by how much? The split at the moment, currently reading 2:19.46, that's a 1.28 second gap ahead of Betsy Wizard. It's more or less a replica of that sort of distance between her and Erin Davis as well, but Davis is getting a little bit quicker than those behind her as this race ticks along. Also chugging nicely in lane 2 is Ellie Turner of Carnegie. Trying to make it a trio of the black caps up towards the front, but it's Erin Davies who's spoiling that party right now. Also for the first time, the luminous pink cap in lane 1 of Yana McLeod from Dundee City, just on the tail end of that front 4, and it may be a bit of an ask for her to keep up with those. We're going to find out into the final 50 metres of this breaststroke now, and it's still Madeline Hardingham in control, but not by a lot.
So as they start to come back down once again, this lead is nice for Hardingham at the moment, but she will have to contend with those around her that want to stop her from taking the title of the 15 years event this time around. Up towards the 10-metre mark, that's that little black marker in the lane ropes. 5 to go. Coming strongly is Davies in the white cap of Birmingham. Going to be tight, 50 more at this turn. Has Davies got anything else here that Hardingham can't cope with? It's getting closer. Is there enough water for the young lady from City of Birmingham to close her down? Davies is just 14, coming up a year here. Hardingham 15. And Hardingham starting to get away. Davies maybe just used a little bit too much to get as close as she could. Coming good is Wizard in 3. But it will be here in 4. Madeleine Hardingham, 4:53.02. It's a good personal best. 1/100th away from being a full second personal best, actually. But it's a personal best nonetheless. Davies, 4:54.64 in second. And Betsy Wizard 4:56.12 in third position. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 16 years 400 metres individual medley final. Lane 0, representing the Royal Wolverhampton School, Niamh Hoffland. Lane 1, representing City of Liverpool, Jessica McDonough. Lane 2, representing Guildford City Swimming, Tilly Hanson-Hamilton. Lane 3, representing City of Peterborough, Mia Leach. Lane 4, representing City of Peterborough, Amelia Monaghan. Lane 5, representing City of Leeds, Rebecca Clines. Lane 6, representing Leicester Sharks, Michaela Glenister. Lane 7, representing City of Birmingham, Elizabeth Kingham. In Lane 8, representing Wickham District, Eleanor Cowan. And in Lane 9, representing City of Birmingham, Charlotte Rigg. This is the women's 16 years 400 metres individual medley final.
So we go that this final is quite obvious when you look at quite a few of these swims that they do favour when it comes to the breaststroke, in particular Amelia Monaghan in lane 4 and also Mia Leach in lane 3 as well. It'll be interesting to find out if they can get themselves up towards the front position by that time, or if it'll be on the second half of the race that they'll try and win this one. Rebecca Clines as well, notably in that bracket, if you like. Quite strong on the fly as well, and one of them we can see Jessica McDonough of City of Liverpool, no real surprise, 2 years ago in the ASA Summer Championships, getting silver in the 100 fly, and the 100 fly here at this stage, getting it into third spot. As things begin to get onto the back, and again several strong backstrokers taking part in this final, but it is the best all-rounder that we are looking for at the moment. Mia Leach of City of Peterborough is the one with a very slim lead at the front, which is to be expected. Rebecca Clines has a nice flow about her in lane 5 on this backstroke. In fact, I think she's going to turn that lead right on its head now And for the first time, boast first position. She's gone from second to first on that length of 50. Mia Leach now dropping down to third, and Jessica McDonough is the one that has locked herself in between the two of them. Also up towards the front, Amelia Monaghan in lane 4. No surprise at all, a PB for her earlier on today of 4:54.04. Quite a few PBs once again for these swimmers in the pool. Jessica McDonough, Tilly Hanson-Hamilton, Mia Leach, and also Ellen McCowan in lane 8. Managing to boast their best ever time. It looks as if we may get another switch of the lead here, because Jessica McDonough, after saying that she's so good at the fly, in fact has used at the back to get herself in front, it seems, just behind Rebecca Clines on that turn there, but not by a lot, 0.12 seconds to split. And this will be interesting now to see the emerging pack, and you can just see in 3 and 4 the City of Peterborough duo, Mia Leach and Amelia Monaghan, really begin to push forwards and just knock on the door behind Rebecca Clines and make her well aware of their presence. They're doing that very well indeed, particularly Monaghan now, who really seems to be getting into her stride. Clines holding on, not by a lot. Jessica McDonough seems to be really faltering in lane 1 here. Seems like the best half of her race has already surpassed, but the best yet to come from Amelia Monaghan, maybe. Rebecca Clines is still the one in front, but only by half a second.
McDonough might maybe eat those words. She's into third here, 3:05.39, but yes, 3:02.33 from Clines. Monaghan alongside her was turning in second, but has now started to go back to the front here. So these two fighting it out. City of Peterborough, City of Leeds, both with yellow and blue in their caps, both with yellow and blue in their logos, both with gold set in mind. Good final 50 of the breaststroke from Monaghan here. Takes the turn. That personal best done earlier, 4:54.04. Clines equal their season's best to go 4:57.71 a little bit earlier. She's got a 4:55 that she's capable of, and here we go then. It's down to the sprint, it's down to the freestyle, it's down to just these two. They've left the rest right behind them. Who's going to take the title here in this 16 years category? Give them some support up in the stands here at Ponds Ford. What will we like? We like good racing, we like entertaining racing. We might just get a real good final 50 metres here. Turning with 50 to go then. Monaghan from Clines, 4:17.62, 4:18.59, and they will battle it all the way back down to the finish.
And it seems as though there is only half a length separating the two here, but in favour of Amelia Monaghan, who's had to be patient over the course of the last 150, but now this has been her moment to pounce. Rebecca Clines battling on hard with the support of her teammates in blue and yellow on the far side, but it may just be a struggle in vain if she's got anything remaining in the final few metres. The comeback potentially on, but Amelia Monaghan just holding the upper hand and will get there as well. 4:51.16, 0.28 seconds of separation ultimately between her and Rebecca Clines. Cheers as well for Michaela Glenister of Leicester Sharks, who seemingly out of nowhere has gone and got third. The race at the front so engrossing between Monaghan and Clines, almost forgetting about the rest of the pack, but it is indeed Glenister no less getting the bronze medal in what was a really good battle between her and Hoffler, McDonough, Hanson, Hamilton up there as well. Some really, really strong swims. And those girls have earned a rest, I think.
Good performance. People still watching on the live stream, thank you very much to you guys out there, wherever you are in TV land. Jennifer King says Suki the Whippet, when she realised that she did get a mention on the live stream. Suki's asleep, that's the dog, and she's fast asleep, despite the fact that she is on the live stream. Carry on getting those tweets into us. Hashtag SummerChamps18. If you're in the venue, give us a shout. I'd love to hear from you, and wherever you are in the world, in touch. This is the women's 17 to 18 years, 400 metres individual medley final. In lane 0, representing Northampton, Elsa McDonald. Lane 1, representing Wickham District, Caitlin McKay. Lane 2, representing Barnet Copthall, Megan Byrne. Lane 3, representing Thanet Swim Club, Daisy Anderson. Lane 4, representing City of Sheffield swim squad, Amy Bell. Lane 5, representing Camden Swiss Cottage, Ali Larson. Lane 6, representing Stockport Metro, Kira Henley. Lane 7, representing City of Cardiff, Rebecca Sutton. Lane 8, representing Millfield, Lily Booker. And in lane 9, representing Hard Midlothian, Kiana McInnes. This is the women's 17 to 18 years, 400 metres, individual medley final. So two out there in lane 9, Kiana McInnes, Midlothian, 29.67. Amy Bell, City of Sheffield, who's turned beautifully, it has to be said. They go from third to first. And already starting to try and get away from the rest. Anderson is starting to claw her back. Still on that far side. With, a good view to her left, and McInnes will turn here in third. It's very tight the front of this women's 17-18 years 400 IM. Just Bell from Anderson, but not a lot. 19/100ths of a second separating the two of them at the turn, and they're matching each other in the backstroke as well. In fact, just Anderson with the stronger of the kicks here as they head back down towards the diving pit end of Ponds Forge. Coming good is Ali Larson now in lane number 5. And those three trying to get away. McInnes still in contention on the far side as well.
Yeah, McInnes has started this one really well indeed. Of course, it is the 17-18 years group, but do have a span of 16 years in there as well. Kiana McInnes, one of them in lane 9. 17 in August. Definitely in contention in the early stages of this one, but you do see things now beginning to dwindle just towards that middle 3, almost like an individual race of itself, going on a subcategory down the centre. Daisy Anderson of Thanet finding a rhythm towards the back end of this backstroke. You imagine it'll put her in pretty good stead as well going in to the breast. But that was a good turn in lane 5 from Ali Larson at Camden Swiss Cottage. And she's pretty much level now with Amy Bell, the City of Sheffield, as well in lane 4. Imagine Amy Bell to be beginning to pull away at this point, and right on cue she starts to put the foot on the gas as well. Say 450.11 she got earlier, a couple of seconds outside the PB, and it took Ali Larson to get a PB in order to get within 4 seconds of Amy Bell. So Amy Bell's certainly capable of winning this one convincingly, but she's going to have to work for it, and she is well aware as well going into the final 150 metres. Turning simultaneously either side of her, Daisy Anderson in lane 3 and Ali Larson in lane 5. Barely anything separating them right now, 700ths of a second to be exact. As we look around the rest of the pool, is anyone going to join the front 3? Trying to get in the argument in lane 8 is Lily Booker of Millfield. We've seen Millfield quite a lot already tonight, make the late dark towards the front, and there's a possibility of that happening once again here. This is an unbelievable 50-metre stretch from Lily Booker in lane 8, almost levelling things up here with Daisy Anderson at a really crucial stage as well, and she's in good stead to maybe even take the silver medal out of Ali Larson's hand. To go into the final 100 metre, it's Amy Bell, almost with a gold medal around her neck right now, but she certainly won't be counting on her chickens just yet. She gets towards the final 75 metre mark. Behind her in lane 5, still Ali Larson of Camden Swiss Cottage. Can Lily Booker use the momentum she had there on the breaststroke going into this final 100? She is more or less level now with Daisy Anderson, and next in the sights is Ali Larson.
People still count chickens, I used to me. Coming to the wall then, a turn in for Bell, in control. 4:13.59, second is Larson, 4:17.89. And then in third position, Daisy Anderson, 4:20.59. There's only one of those ladies that could struggle to hold on to a position. Still going well is Lily Booker on the far side of Milfield. She's got a chance of taking third, but no one's got a chance of stopping Amy Bell. Give her a round of applause as she comes towards the wall then. It's a victory for City of Sheffield's Amy Bell, 4:46.57. Ali Larson of Camden Swiss Cottage in 4:51.23. And Anderson does hold on to third position by a clear second from Lily Booker in the end. That is your 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the women's 19 years and over 400 metres individual medley final. Lane 0, representing City of Cardiff, Katie Rees. Lane 1, representing Royal Wolverhampton School, Eleanor Hatton. Lane 2, representing Oldham Aquatics, Molly Roothouse. Lane 3, representing Nova Centurion, Molly Wright. Lane 4, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, Orla Adams. Lane 5, representing Plymouth Leander, Laura Stevens. Lane 6, representing City of Sheffield Swim Squad, Melanie Hall. Lane 7, representing University of Bath, Rose Foden. Lane 8, representing University of Stirling, Chanel Snedden. And in lane 9, representing Newcastle, Rebecca Twaterkleb. This is the women's 19 years and over 400 metres individual medley final. Got a good start here in lane 3 for Molly Wright. Alongside her is Adam Stevens, trying to power away as well. And 2, Woodhouse of Oldham coming away well. As we come towards The first turn of this 400 is indeed Stevens Plymouth Leander, who has herself the lead. Second, Melanie Hall. That doesn't look like changing as they head back down in the second 50 of the flight. Just coming through now in 2 again. Roodhouse starting to close the gap on first and second just by a fraction, but our leader at 100 is Stevens of Plymouth Leander. 104.53, Hall on 104.88. Third was Roodhouse on 106 exactly. And Waterclub of Newcastle on the far side was in 4th position.
And Paul very much scattered right now, so good little battles going off as well. We'll have the 3 on the far side, Foden, Steddon and Waterclub. And also 3 beginning to emerge together. Lanes 2, 3 and 4. Roodhouse right and Adams on her own. Riding solo in lane 5. Laura Stevens at the front for Plymouth Leander. I think it's better, that season's best. She got earlier on today, 4:28.28. Paul Reilly, swimmers getting too close to the PBs for the season's best. Only Rose Foden could get best time of 2018 as well. That was 5:05.82. So room for improvement for a lot of these swimmers. They'll be well aware of that as well. Laura Stevens certainly looking to improve on what she got earlier on today. Of course, being at the Commonwealth Games earlier on this year, into the final of the 200 fly. Well, it is that fly right at the start of this individual medley that set her in this very promising position. It's the lead that she doesn't want to let slip, but we always say that this is the testing 100 metre spell, particularly if your breaststroke isn't your favoured discipline. And you can see how the gap is beginning to evaporate, and that is because of the pressure of Orla Adams in lane 4 from Aberdeen. Really beginning to go full throttle now. I'm trying to dispose of her in the process. Melanie Hall in lane 6 from City of Sheffield, trying to just use almost Orla Adams there as a bit of a guide towards the front as to how to get close to Laura Stevens. Certainly Stevens is the one at the moment in the ascendancy. Maybe she has staved off that pressure there from Orla Adams with 25 minutes to go. I do see that gap getting smaller, but maybe not enough yet to overturn the lead in Adams' favour. But the last 100 metres once again are going to be fascinating here. Lanes 2 and 3 as well, worth keeping an eye on. Molly Roodhouse and Molly Wright on the front 2, about to embark on their final 100.
Keep those interesting tweets coming as well. Bex has said that the people of Dunstable Swimming Club are allowing their training session to start late so they can watch Walter Hackett in the 50-metre 15-year-old breaststroke final, the backstroke final a little bit later on. So well done to Bex and the Dunstable team. They're going to sit and watch Walter in that final, and then they'll go and do their own training.
Looks like everything was put on hold with England at the World Cup there down in Dunstable.
Never happened.
So we've got the big projector out as well, watching the live stream, but certainly going to be an entertaining finish to this women's 400 metre individual medley. The final one, of course, out of the women's 400 metre IM events tonight. Who is going to be our final winner? Laura Stevens in lane 5 has looked set for the vast majority of this race to be the answer to that question, but Orla Adams has tried to just throw a couple of irons in the fire to perhaps go there in front. It's not going to happen though, it seems. The gap has seemed to have stagnated over the course of the last 100 metres, and that's real credit to Laura Stevens for being so resilient and determined going into the final few metres to surely win this one now for Plymouth Leander. The hard work has been done, and in she comes towards the wall at 4:48.77. Goodness me, that is a huge improvement from earlier on today by 10 seconds almost, and in the process getting a new PB as well, absolutely destroying it. Orla Adams in second then for Aberdeen on 4:51.71, and in third place Melanie Hall of City of Sheffield, 4:54.67. That'll keep the locals happy there. Stevens from Adams from Hall in the women's senior 400 metre individual medley.
multi-class events coming up in just a few moments. We'll have the men's and the women's 400-metre freestyle multi-class finals for you in a few moments. We're going to drop down to poolside in just a matter of moments. What do you get if you win your 19 years and over final? You get a chat with Stephen Jameson. Let's go down there.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, what is it to say? What an incredible swim, 10-second PB. First of all, were you expecting that?
No. No, that was a really nice surprise. I'm really happy with that to start day one, to do something like that. It was really, really good, and yeah, hopefully just keep building on it for the rest of the week.
I was going to say, it's another very busy week for you at these championships. That must give you so much confidence now.
Yeah, definitely. We've entered a really busy schedule, so yeah, to get a positive on day one is really good, and helps build the momentum. I mean, we've had some great swims from Plymouth Leander, PBs already today, so it's looking good. And
you guys, I know, are always so represented at these championships. It seems like a great spirit down at Plymouth. Talk to me a little bit about that. That must be great to be a part of.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can see them all over there cheering. So yeah, it's great to have that presence on poolside, and just helps lift everyone's swims, and yeah, I'm really proud to be part of it.
Hey guys, congratulations. Might have been worth a couple of extra seconds. Laura, big congratulations. Laura Stevens, everyone.
A big cheer there, didn't she, for that interview? It was good. Nice surprise to get such a big personal best. And we can move on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the men's multi-classification 400 metres freestyle final. Lane 1, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Michael Jones. Lane 2, representing Hastings Seagull, Callum Pearson. Lane 3, representing Nova Centurion, Oliver Hind. In lane 4, representing City of Derby, Lewis White. In lane 5, representing Carnegie, Oliver Carter. Lane 6, representing Borough Kirklees, Jonathan Booth. Lane 7, representing Mount Kelly, Benjamin Granger. And in lane 8, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Jonathan Fox. This is the men's multi-classification 400 metres freestyle final.
Shouts of encouragement coming from poolside, also in the spectator gallery as well for this, the men's multi-class 400 metre freestyle. Even more interesting by the fact that we've got quite a few classifications involved here. In the 7 category, lane 1, that's Mikey Jones, the City of Manchester, of course. And those making the trip to Dublin this summer. On the far side of the pool in lane 8, Jonathan Fox is in the S8 category. And then we have 3 S9 swimmers, with Ollie Hind in 3, Lewis White in 4, and Jonathan Booth in 6. And then after that, we have a trio of S10 swimmers dotted around the pool. Lane 2, Callum Pearson, in 5, Oliver Carter, and Benjamin Granger in lane 7. So once again, just a reminder, sure a lot of you are coming accustomed to multi-class swimming by now. In the case of each of these swimmers in their different classifications, swimming as close as possible to the world record that their classification shows. And that goes into the supercomputer, if you like. That does all the maths for us, and then we get the points total at the end of it. We've had some very good points totals so far today. By that, you're looking at around 700 plus. They are some really impressive scores. A couple in the 800 bracket as well. And the two pushing beyond that also. So multi-class swimmers coming into form just the right time ahead of the Para-Swimming European Championships, of course, being held in Dublin in August. You'll hear an awful lot of that over the course of the week. Something we're very excited about for sure. There's the Europeans in Scotland. It's great to see the level of interest that they've got for that as well. At the moment in the pool, so the two white caps currently at level with each other, both in the same category as well. So they are straight out swimming against one another. Are Ollie Hind in lane 3 and East Midlands rival Lewis White in 4. And in lane 5 in the S10 classification is Oliver Carter. And Oliver Carter is in the S10 category, and the world record he's chasing is around 12 seconds quicker than that of Lewis White and Oliver Hind. So he's going to get that sort of margin in front of that duo in order to take this. At the moment, he's pretty much level. He's looking good for Oliver Carter in terms of the S10 battle, leading out of the 3 S10 swimmers currently in the pool. Of course, we will not know who's actually won this event until Jonathan Fox in lane 8 and Mikey Jones in lane 1 come in towards the wall. So it really will be quite a wait for the 3 we've got at the moment. We will touch in first as a 3. Let's find out if they've actually got enough points to win this one. Oliver Carter is now beginning to pull in front, and as we mentioned, there's quite a gap between him and Lewis White, who's currently in second, in order to get the most points. It's not quite as simple as that, but it more or less gives you a rough idea of how the points will be distributed. Ollie Hind certainly struggling for first because he's behind his S9 rival Lewis White right now as they turn for the final 50 metres. Lewis White coming into this in good form with the season's best of 4:22.64. Oliver Carter even better this morning, the 18-year-old, on 4:23.39. That was a personal best, and he's looking like he's going to be knocking on the door for that sort of time now as well. So one eye on the scoreboard in terms of the block, the other eye in terms of the multi-classification points. That is the most important factor, of course. Ollie Carter will get the first touch. 748 points, not enough to beat Lewis White though, who gets 862. He provisionally takes first spot ahead of Ollie Hind, who is next in on 826 multi-classification points. Worth mentioning as well that even though Ollie Carter has been knocked out of the top 3 by Jonathan Booth there with that score of 790, Carter has got a PB from that as well. A second of the day for him on 700. 4:21, should I say, 8:5 being the time. But a keen eye on the 2 remaining. 845 for Mikey Jones, and that has got him into second position. Jonathan Fox in next, gets 608. That won't challenge the top 3, but Jones just going to show that you really have to wait until the last person has touched in to see exactly where those medals will be distributed. White top, Jones second, Hind in third. Again, some very competitive scores in that one in the men's multi-class 400 metre freestyle.
So we're heading downstairs. The race winner is with Stephen Jameson.
Yeah, thank you very much, Alan. First of all, big congratulations for winning the gold medal. How's this year gone for you? Because it's been a bit of a whirlwind, travelling here, there and everywhere. How much are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's been a busy year. Went to commies, obviously, earlier on in the year, and then we've gone straight into prep for Europeans, so still in that phase now, but it's been a good year.
And how much are you looking forward to getting yourself over to Dublin? I know Taper's not very far away. I bet you're buzzing for that, but how much are you looking forward to getting to Dublin and getting underway?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Taper starts next week, so I'm just counting down the days now, but yeah, it should be good.
And how have you enjoyed the first day of this competition? I know you're a man who likes to swim quite a lot, but first day has gone pretty well.
Yeah, it's gone better than... Well, we kind of went into it with no expectations, so it can't really go bad. So, yeah, it's been a good first day for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, our gold medalist, Lewis White.
Lewis, happy with his performance. Looking forward to the rest of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's multi-classification 400 metres freestyle final. In lane 0, representing Hoddesdon, Grace Harvey. Lane 1, representing Warrington Warriors, Coral Farrell. Lane 2, representing North Ayrshire, Abby Kane. Lane 3, representing Corsham, Stephanie Millward. In lane 4, representing Guildford City Swimming Club, Zara Maluli. In lane 5, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, Tony Shaw. In lane 6, representing City of Oxford, Rosie Bancroft. In lane 7, representing Mount Kelly Swimming, Lily McLeod. And in lane 8, representing Gloucester City, Harriet Dickinson. This is the women's multi-classification 400 metres freestyle final. So again, just like the men's multi-class event a few moments ago, there is a mixture of classifications all the way through. Those classifications are there to denote the impairments that the athletes have. 4 S10 classified athletes here. Now starting lineup. Foster's Dickinson, Bancroft of Oxford, Guildford's Maluli, and Colin Farrell as well from Warrington. 2 S9s in Tony Shaw and Stephanie Millward. Super experienced Stephanie Millward. Personal best of 4:38.75. Tony Shaw, still very young indeed. Just 14 years of age. By contrast, Millward is 36. And he can still compete at the highest level. Then why not carry on? And Millward still putting in some good time. But Actually has a challenger in the S9 category, and Tony Shaw is currently in the race altogether here. Maluli at Guildford 108.58. She's just 15 as well, so a good crop of youngsters for the para-swimming team to take a look at. A few of them not too far from our commentary position, they're just leaning against the barrier, watching the future. It's a tough hit between Shaw and Maluli. Coming up towards halfway. Just on the right shoulder of Tony Shaw is Mercy Bancroft as well, so the two of the S10 swimmers in close contention. Bancroft's personal best, 4:44.68. And Luli's 4:46.43. That was what she did this morning, so you'd fancy that Mercy Bancroft will have something to say when it comes to the race of the S10s, but going well is Tony Shaw. 4:47 is what exists as her personal best. As the young lady from the University of Aberdeen Performance got. There's Harvey, the only S6 swimmer out here in our final. She's in lane 0. At the moment, she's the last swimmer on the list, but because of the difference in classification, she'll be last to finish. She could have an impact on the scoreboard when it comes to the end of the race, but going well. So Tony Shaw, 100 to go. Maluli has stepped it up a little as well, into second with a bit of a gap from Bancroft. Position then is Stephanie Millwood, so it's S9, S10, S10, S9. Abby Kane is our only two S13. She's the lady in the lead race for the S13. The other is Lily McLeod on the other side in 7. Look at Tony Shaw go. Personal best, as we mentioned, 4:47.00. Game swimmer, of course, really a star that is bursting into the sky. And Tony Shaw is motoring him. Shout at Tony and go on. She's through the 25-metre marker. Maluli looks good for second here as well. Bancroft in third position. Let's keep an eye on the time then. 4:47 was what Tony Shaw did this morning. She's not far outside the British record here, 4:43.38. Good swim from Tony Shaw indeed. 807 points, but there you go, Maluli. 4:47.45 gets 828 points. We will keep our eyes on Grace Harvey, who is about 25 metres away from finishing. A couple of the other athletes coming in. Here in 1 is Coral Farrell. Finishing in 8 in a moment is Lily McLeod. Abby Kane coming through best of the two S13 swimmers. Dickinson finishing in lane 8 now as well. So here comes Grace Harvey. How will she affect the points? 870. That's how she affects the points. 870. Harvey touches last, but will be the gold medal winner. The lady from Hoddesdon collecting 870 points here in the women's multi-class 400-metre freestyle. Maluli in second on 8:28, and Tony Shaw 8:07. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the men's 13 to 14 years, 50 metres backstroke final. In lane 0, representing Gateshead and Wickham, Ryan Zhao. In lane 1, representing Woking, Hendrik van der List. In lane 2, representing Sevenoaks, Lewis Hayes. In lane 3, representing Millfield, Matthew Hall. Lane 4, representing Davencio, Jacob Whittle. In lane 5, representing Millfield, David O'Loughlin. In lane 6, representing Prescott, Toby Hill. Lane 7, representing Worcester, Daniel Day. In lane 8, representing Millfield, Calvin Fry. And in lane 9, representing Aberdeen Performance, Cameron Travis. This is the men's 13 to 14 years, 50 metres backstroke final.
Jacob Whittle then the favourite in lane 4 from Davencio XL, coming into this with not just a PB from earlier, a 28.18, but a British record as well. If hitting that at Mark 4 that was set over 12 months ago, the Aberdeen man there being toppled by Whittle, but will anyone be able to topple Whittle here in the pool? Good swim in lane 6 on the black cap of Toby Hill, who's looking like a decent challenge. Also the green cap as well in lane 8 of Calvin Fry, but it is in lane 4 where we look at Jacob Whittle. He comes in and he will get third. Toby Hill is the man that has done it, 28.1, and it looks like we may have another British record in that as well. We'll wait for confirmation of it. David O'Loughlin of Millfield in second on 28.17, and Whittle has to settle for third. Just couldn't quite beat the time he got earlier on today. Hall, and Hill in particular, did just that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event, the men's 15 years, 50 metres backstroke final. In lane 0, representing Lincoln Vulcans, Ethan Grays-Richards. Lane 1, representing Cockermouth, Samuel Greenbank. In lane 2, representing Newcastle, Alfie Scott. In lane 3, representing City of Oxford, Nicholas Skelton. In lane 4, representing City of Glasgow, Mark Ford. In lane 5, representing City of Sheffield, Ruben Visner. In lane 6, representing Dunstable, Walter Hackett. Lane 7, representing Hillingdon, Dylan Chana. In lane 8, representing Dumfries, Owen McBurney. And in lane 9, representing Derwentide, Lewis Maxwell. This is the men's 15 years, 50 metres backstroke final. absolutely loads and loads of support for Walter Hackett, including Manda Hackett. Loads of it coming in. They're all sat waiting for him in Dunstable. Just imagine the scenes in Dunstable if he can indeed come away with a medal. He's got some work to do here, though. Here in 4, it's going well for Mark Ford. Zizda alongside him in 5, he's pushing hard as well, but it's going to be Ford all day long. And he takes the touch, 27-20. Oh, and Hackett comes in 4th position, just outside, 1/10 of a second is all that was the difference. It's Ford from Visda, from Skelton, from the very popular Hackett. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the men's 16 years, 50 metres backstroke final. In lane 0, representing Haringey Aquatics, Shakil Giordani. In lane 1, representing Chalfont Otters, James McLean. In lane 2, representing Guildford City Swimming Club, Luke Pullen. In lane 3, representing City of Birmingham, Jacob Davies. In lane 4, representing Poole, Oliver Fairman. In lane 5, representing Basildon and Phoenix, Samuel Perks. In lane 6, representing Stirling Swimming, Alexander Harris. In lane 7, representing City of Cambridge, Jonathan Adam. In lane 8, representing City of Cardiff, Johan Evans. And in lane 9, representing City of Glasgow, it's Ryan Robertson. This is the men's 16 years, 50 metres backstroke final.
Some great stomping noise from Oliver Fairman, the favourite in lane 4 from the Poole contingent, all in yellow on the near side. You cannot miss them. 26.92 was the personal best that he got earlier on today, which wasn't too far outside the 15-year-old record at all in terms of the British record. But in lane 5, Samuel Perks, Basildon and Phoenix, he's just proving a little bit of a competition here coming into the wall, but Fairman has fended him off by 400ths of a second, not quite as quick as he was this morning, but enough to get top spot nevertheless. 26.95 the winning time. Perks just under 27, getting 26.99. A PB for him as well is enough for silver. And Jacob Davies of City of Birmingham is your bronze medalist.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the men's 17-18 years, 50 metres backstroke final. In lane 0, representing Blythe Barracudas, Leonidas Saraginis. Lane 1, representing Mount Kelly, Alex Mason. Lane 2, representing Mount Kelly, Harry Noble. In lane 3, representing City of Sheffield Swim Squad, Charlie Brown. In lane 4, representing East Kilbride, Scott Gibson. Lane 5, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Joseph Small. In lane 6, representing City of Glasgow, Joe Watt. In lane 7, representing Mount Kelly, it's Sam Daly. In lane 8, representing Prescott Swimming Club, Neil Wiley. And in lane 9, representing Windsor, Moritz Hugers. This is the men's 17 to 18 years, 50 metres backstroke final. Go, go, go!
Last time on the wall there, the two down the middle lane. Scott Gibson in lane 4 and Joseph Small as well in lane 5. They will be the two after really running the personal best as well. 26.3 for Joseph Small and Scott Gibson getting 26.09. So not much between them in terms of that, but look at the way that Scott Gibson has made this his own, and he's really stamped his authority on this as well. He will get a gold in his hand later on tonight. 25.66 for the East Kilbride swimmer. Joseph Small just ousted out of it ultimately with the silver, but ahead of Charlie Brown and City of Sheffield, who gets third, ahead of that trio of Mount Kelly swimmers. All will go away without a medal, unfortunately for them, but some strong swims nevertheless, as ever, time so close to one another. But the winner of it, Scott Gibson for East Kilbride.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 19 years and over 50 metres backstroke final. In lane 0, representing Stockport Metro, Kyle Chisholm. Lane 1, representing University of Stirling, Oliver Fitt. Lane 2, representing Loughborough University, Daniel Cross. In lane 3, representing City of Swansea Aquatics, Liam White. In lane 4, representing University of Stirling, Martin Walton. In lane 5, representing Pioneer 79, Thomas Gilroy. In lane 6, representing Loughborough University, James Oxborough. Lane 7, representing Stockport Metro, Thomas Howdle. In lane 8, representing Loughborough University, Samuel Irvine. And in lane 9, representing Edinburgh University, Andrew Sawkins. This is the men's 19 years and over 50 metres backstroke final.
Well, a relentless smash coming from all 10 swimmers as they already get past the 25-metre mark. Martin Wallen in lane 4 from University of Stirling, a PB earlier of 25.7. Definitely the man to beat, especially as he was 0.4 seconds ahead of nearest rival Thomas Gilroy in those heats. Still a little bit of a gap here as well, but certainly not as convincing as he may like, but he's won it nevertheless. 25.55, the winning time for Walton. James Oxborough second on 25.83. Completing the top 3 on the podium, it's Liam White of Swansea, 25.88. Again, frighteningly close on the podium, particularly between second and third, but Walton having enough to edge it out on top.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 13-14 years 50 metres breaststroke final. In lane 0, representing Aquabears, Lucy Canavan. Lane 1, representing Nater West London Swimming Club, Clara van Oppel. Lane 2, representing Inverclyde, it's Amy Watson. Lane 3, representing Central Bedfordshire Swim Squad, Imogen Lambert. Lane 4, representing Royal Tunbridge Wells, Jemima Berkeley. In lane 5, representing City of Oxford, Elizane Pinfold. In lane 6, representing Bromley, Eliza Powell. In lane 7, representing Redditch, Emily Farr. In lane 8, representing Stockport Metro, Olivia Heron. And in lane 9, representing City of Bristol, Georgia Gussie. This is the women's 13 to 14 years, 50 metres breaststroke final.
As we said when the swimmers come in, the 50-metre breaststroke compared to a 50-metre backstroke, but certainly the spectator gallery just as relentless as ever, trying to draw these swimmers up towards the scoreboard end here. In lane 4, Jemima Berkeley of RTW Monson just has a nose in front of Elizane Pinfold just to her right, coming in towards the wall, and they are your top two as well. Berkeley ahead of Pinfold, and Eliza Powell of Bromley follows suit to tuck herself into third place as well. Again, very close for those going towards the podium. But Jemima Berkeley never really seemed in doubt. Pinfold seemed to use Berkeley. There was a bit of a marker to follow, but couldn't quite level it up. Powell gets third in that women's 13-14 50-metre breaststroke.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 15 years 50 metres breaststroke final. In lane 0, representing Exeter City, Flora Perkin. Lane 1, representing Guildford, Isabella Fackel. Lane 2, representing Millfield, Alice Chan. In lane 3, representing Aberdeen Performance, Anna Morgan. Lane 4, representing Ellesmere College Titans and Harrod Evans. Lane 5, representing Plymouth Leander, Lucia Grant. Lane 6, representing Royal Tunbridge Wells, Anna Lehman. Lane 7, representing Warren de Bath Club, Katie Goodburn. In lane 8, representing City of Oxford, Sophia Silla. And in lane 9, representing Wickham District, Megan Daly. This is the women's 15 years, 50 metres breaststroke final.
Very brisk pace about the way that Isabel Fackel of Guildford City He wants him to start there, towards the 25-minute mark. Now we see Anna Morgan in the orange cap begin to emerge. Just to the right-hand side, Aaron Evans as well of Ellesmere College Titans. Is there anyone on the far side wanting to get involved as well? It seems like lane 6 and Anna Lehman of RTW Monson is up there potentially in contention. Coming towards the finish, around 4 or 5 of them here. And it is indeed Anna Lehman getting 32.63, winning that. Anna Evans of Ellesmere College Titans in second spot, just 0.02 of a second ahead of that of Anna Morgan. And you can just see there the top 5 all underneath 33 seconds, separated by less than half of a second. Anna Lehman really having to earn that gold medal there.
Work hard, swim hard, win medals. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the women's 16 years 50 metres breaststroke final. In lane 0, representing City of Birmingham, Charlotte Rigg. Lane 1, representing Natea West London, Kirsten Harvey. Lane 2, representing Ellesmere College, Maya Hall. Lane 3, representing City of Derby, Michaela Stephen. Lane 4, representing Bournemouth Collegiate School, Kayla van der Merwe. In lane 5, representing City of Leeds, Rebecca Clines. In lane 6, representing Bromley, Imogen Mears. In lane 7, representing East Kilbride, Lucy Ross. In lane 8, representing East Lothian, Bridget Lemassiliere. In lane 9, representing Dartmoor, Holly Steer. This is the women's 16 years 50 metres breaststroke final. A time of 33.04 into this one. That's what she swam a little bit earlier on. Van der Merwe being pushed by Rebecca Clines here on the shoulder to the right. It's between those two. Who's got the better finish? Oh, it's Van der Merwe. 32.65 just from Rebecca Clines. And Lucy Ross comes home in third in 33.35. Kayla van der Merwe of Bournemouth Collegiate holding on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event, the women's 17-18 years 50 metres breaststroke final. Lane 0, representing City of Milton Keynes, Ayana Lawson. Lane 1, representing Team Bath, Stella Cookson. Lane 2, representing Mount Kelly, it's Morgan Penny. Lane 3, representing Royal Tunbridge Wells, Annabelle Guy Johnson. In lane 4, representing Guildford City, Tatiana Belanogov. In lane 5, representing South Ayrshire, Katie Robertson. In lane 6, representing Newcastle Swim Team, Rachel Taylor. Lane 7, representing Millfield School, Abigail Hurst. In lane 8, representing West Norfolk Swimming, Molly Lee. And in lane 9, representing Millfield School, Lily Booker. This is the women's 17-18 years, 50 metres breaststroke 5.
Some great talent as ever that we've seen in the pool tonight. Another example of that coming courtesy in this race as well. Lane 4, Tatiana Boronikov, of course, part of the GB squad at the European Junior Championships. She was actually the first GB medalist there as well. It wasn't the greatest start for her in this race in the first 25, but she may have just managed to rescue it perhaps. But Katie Robertson not wanting to let this one go at all in lane 5. Momentum though, carrying Bolonigov towards the wall and getting the fastest time of the lot as well by 1/10 of a second ahead of Katie Robertson. In third spot is Annabelle Guy-Johnson, RTW Monson, featuring quite predominantly in the last few races on the podium. Bolonigov from Robertson from Guy-Johnson in the penultimate race of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our final event of the evening, the women's 19 years and over, 50 metres breaststroke final. In lane 0, representing Enfield Swim Squad, Ashley Ransom. In lane 1, representing Loughborough University, Laura Kinley. In lane 2, representing Chelsea and Westminster, Georgina Hain. In lane 3, representing Loughborough University, Beth Aitchison. Lane 4, representing Stockport Metro, Katie Matz. Lane 5, representing Edinburgh University, Cara Hanlon. In lane 6, representing Loughborough University, Grace Gilroy. Lane 7, representing Garston, Georgina Evans. In lane 8, representing Loughborough University, Megan Morrison. And in lane 9, representing Worcester, Tabitha Monkhouse. This is the women's 19 years and over, 50 metres breaststroke final.
Katie Matz is feeling as energetic as her Stockport Metro teammates on the far side there. She certainly is the favourite for this one, 19 years old. Season's best earlier today, 31.58, 1/10 of a second off her PB. And early on here, the pressure being mounted just to her left-hand side by Beth Aitchison of Loughborough University in lane 3. It's a good battle between the two here, and it looks as if it will just be a two-horse race going towards the finish. Katie Matz just giving that little bit extra in towards the wall and winning the final race of the night as well. 31.2. Queuing, great applause from the far side and well earned as well. Beth Aitchison in second place. And Cara Hanlon is the one completing the podium positions. The top three within half a second of each other and under 32 seconds. Mats from Aitchison, from Hanlon in your final race of day one of the British Summer Championships 2018. And the good news is we can say that confidently this time without the risk of swim-offs coming up later on. So we do thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your attendance and support tonight, and of course for the swimmers and the coaches for providing the great action and entertainment on the pool and on poolside as well. And as ever, we thank our officials who may now leave the poolside.